Week 6, give it up for week 6 of the FluffCast. I'm your streamer and host for the evening, Axolotl. Andy, please, let's begin the FluffCast. Today I'm going to be drawing some hot garbage, and joining me tonight is Lemon. It's just Lemon.
Yes, it is just I.
We've got a low-intensity, super cash kind of evening today. Let me see here. And for some reason, my VTuber setup isn't working. Oh dear.
You know what that means?
What?
It means we're just gonna have to do it where we've got no VTuber personalities on screen.
No, please. I got this. Give me a sec. I can actually.
Oh,
This is
what do you
actually
know?
this is a pretty quick fix.
Yeah, but the quick fix is a terrible alternative to the Kritzkrieg.
I actually do I use a Kritzkrieg? No, but I do play a lot of what do I play? I play Pyro. So
Mm.
I always appreciate a good Kritzkrieg. Here, let's throw you in there. Up. Please do not look at the browser source on the Discord on the overlay. There we go. All right. That should be good for you, Lemon.
Well, let's see when it comes up. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a big lemon.
Yeah, let's bring that down to about 10% that size.
Tiny lemon.
Yeah, it's a lemon.
Let's see. Let's move me over here. Let's get this going. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. So, what news happened with you this week, Lemon? While we wait for the other guys to come on in.
This week, a friend of mine managed to get his hands on something that he was meant to destroy. Instead, he gave it to me for free.
What? What was it? Weed?
A 200-gallon mashing tun and still.
Wait. A 200-gallon what?
Mashing tun and still. Everything you need to make your own white liquor.
Moonshine.
Yep.
You can moonshine right now.
Well,
That's what
I've
you're
been
telling me.
moonshining.
You've been moonshining. Okay. So
Yes.
this is a pack.
Yes.
Is it any good?
Oh yeah, I've done all sorts of combinations of various things. I started out with grains such as mixing rice, barley, oats, and I then decided to start getting into more flavorful mashes. I started using mixed peppers. I have found a great appreciation of what Menthol and I have termed the forbidden fruit, which was using a mash made up out of blood oranges and wintergreen mint.
What do you call that? Wait. Blood orange. What do you call that?
The forbidden fruit.
The forbidden fruit. That's really good.
The reason for that is because Menthol suggested, hey, what's the one thing you're not supposed to do after brushing your teeth?
Oh, have an orange. Oh my god.
Have an orange or have orange juice. But surprisingly, blood oranges and mint combined in a liquor taste amazing. Just this last run that I did in my old still, that son of a bitch put through limes and blackberries. And right now it's just sitting, aging in a barrel.
Now, how big is this thing?
This old still that I've got or the new still?
The new one. What? Both, either or.
Okay, so the old still that I've got is capable of processing about 5 gallons at a time.
So
right?
that's like
Small. Very
okay.
Relatively small.
5 gallons at a time. Now, you say at a time. How long would a process take? Like a couple days, or I got no idea.
Well,
I have no point of reference.
So Menthol's down in the waiting room. I'm gonna pull him up here.
He has admin rights. He can just jump in.
Hmm.
There he is. Okay.
Anyway, so usually it takes about 2 hours to get through a whole run from my current mashing tun that I use for fermenting my mash. It doesn't take multiple days. What's up, Menthol?
How's it going?
Explainer to Andy, my latest acquisition last week.
Nice.
Still, yeah. So the fermentation is what takes the longest amount of time, and that can go for a few weeks, depending on how much you've mashed, to a few months for as much as I can do now.
Christ.
ultimately, after all said and done, and after you've distilled everything, you want to make sure that you're disposing of the methanol that comes out at first because it has a lower boiling point than ethanol does. Usually just the first shit that comes out, right? You throw that out. You keep everything that comes out, and as your flow starts to slow down at the end, you're going to want to try and dispose of the tail end of your distillation run there, because that typically has the least amount of flavor to it.
Okay.
Oh shit, Andy, I'm not on screen. Oh no.
Oh shit, right, because the VTuber crap isn't working, so I have to do it by hand.
Yeah. That I just take. I've aged it in barrels that I've bought and charred myself. I've aged it in carboys that I've put aging sticks in.
Carboys?
Carboys, big glass storage containers.
It's a big jug that you age your wine in.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to aging a carboy, because you're not aging it in something made out of wood, the aging stick is what comes into play. It's literally just a rod of a certain type of wood that's had holes drilled into it. You drop it right down in there, and you let it soak in, and it'll get some of the flavor from that stick into. It allows you to experiment with shit.
Sorry, I'm just juggling this fucking thing horrifyingly.
We have a failure to communicate properly with the back end.
Yes. And menthol, I think, left. Unless I'm stupid.
No, I ain't left. I was just shutting up so I could talk.
Oh my god. Fuck.
I'm not like these other rude fuckers on here that talk like this all the time. Yeah, no. Anyway, like I said, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, it's a chill kind of evening. Let's see.
Well, only got me some bud for the first time in a couple of days, so I'm pretty happy about that. And weirdly enough, get this shit right. Funny ass weed story from menthol time.
All right, let's hear it.
My mom showed up today with some fucking weed.
Oh. What?
And I'm a little surprised by this because my mom does not buy weed. The only time she's ever smoked weed is with me, and I've had to pressure her into it kind of. Like, come on, you want like that kind of shit,
All right.
So she just shows up with a fucking chunk of weed about the size of my thumbnail. And I'm like, where the hell did you get this? Look, it's a little container. It's got mark on there. And, see, what does it say? Purple ice flower, parentheses, indica on the label. Apparently somebody at the Goodwill just left this shit on the shoe rack. Still had a nug in it. Just laying out there for everybody to see.
Wait, they left it
And
on
she
the
just happened to yeah, she was over there looking at it. She was at the Goodwill and just happened to see this shit laying next to it.
Buying weed from the Goodwill, we have entered a new era.
Next level shit. Getting free weed at Goodwill. Hell yes. I like this future. And it was pretty good weed too.
It's
That's
legal.
the scary part.
It's legal in Jersey, so.
Nah, we've got it legal medical down here, but nothing else.
Oh, okay.
Anything up to announce, possession if you don't have a license for it, it's big time.
Yeah.
Well, it's absolutely illegal here in Kansas. In the last 3 states for it to be so in any capacity.
It's still legal in Kansas?
Illegal.
Illegal. Okay.
Absolutely in every capacity. No medical, no nothing. Nothing at all.
Super fuck ass illegal.
It's fucking George Washington smoked weed when he was writing the Declaration of Independence on back of a bald eagle. Come on, wake up.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Thomas Jefferson's diary has shit in there where he's talking about some of my finest hours of my life can be summarized as me sitting on my back porch, looking over my property, smoking weed.
And then Lincoln, gazing upon George, said, "I wish I had a million friends like you."
That would be so good.
That's how
If you haven't seen America the Motion Picture from Netflix, go check that shit out, people. It's fucking awesome.
I still haven't seen it. I have to go watch it. I'm too busy watching Brother Bear.
It is that exact kind of level of stupid where you can't help but laugh at it. Like, all the jokes get through on that kind of capacity, but they land often enough that you're not even mad that you're laughing at the shit.
Yeah, the thing is like I laugh at those kinds of jokes because I talk to like the comedy comes from my friends and I'm saying in conversation. I think it's funny,
Yeah.
This arm is too, but I'm afraid that like it's not gonna hit too well if I just like see a whole movie about it. It's gonna be a little bit too ham-fisted.
Nah, that's kind of what I was worried about going into it too. But surprisingly, no. Like, all the jokes land pretty fucking good. Like, it's actually well constructed. The beats are laid out good.
That's good. That's good. All right, how was Movie Mountain the other night? How'd that go? How'd that turn out?
Nobody showed up.
Poorly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not one goddamn soul.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Was the movie any good?
Yeah, it's Krauser-sama. Fucking Detroit Middle City. A classic. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I was busy that evening.
No, have you seen the anime or anything like that of it?
Of what? Detroit? What?
Detroit Middle City?
No, I haven't. DMC. I feel like I've heard of it.
Oh, it's good. It's about some dude that wants to play like kind of sappy, folksy pop music. Goes to Tokyo to try to make it big. Fails miserably. Cannot get shit on the street. Nobody cares about his fucking music at all. And then to make ends meet and pay his rent, he joins a death metal band, and it turns out he's pretty fucking good at it. But it's like the most egregious Gwar style band out there. And he just loathes his job. That's pretty much the whole bit.
What's the where's the conflict come from though?
Just him hating his job and him constantly being forced to do it.
I
Like,
think
for example, a lot
top
of
of
the
that-
fans will go nuts, and he'll have to calm them down by dressing up as the lead singer and then doing some kind of stupid shit in public.
On top of that, juggling his love interest amongst all this.
Because she hates that kind of music. So he's trying desperately to hide the fact that he's in the metal band from like his parents, his girlfriend, everyone he can.
Ay, ay, ay.
But then they had like silly ass edgy shit where it's like, oh my god, Krauser-sama's gonna do his famous 10 rapes in 1 second.
What?
And that's all it is him just saying rape 10 times in a second. And the metalheads go fucking nuts every time. Like, I'm talking about like 12 dudes out here hyped as shit about this band cause a fucking riot in this show on a regular basis. It's so silly.
Krauser-sama is making the Tokyo Tower wet!
Yeah, just because it starts raining. It's so silly. It's a
Oh my
great show, but
god.
they adapted a live action movie of it. And for the final boss of that movie, they got none other than one Gene Simmons.
Oh my god. They got Jewish Gene doing that
Yeah.
movie?
They got Gene, ya boy with the tongue, Simmons,
Now was
to
that
come out there and play Fuckingham Palace in a rock battle.
now did he say anything or was it like now so he said it in English, right? Not in Japanese, or was he like
He sings in English.
okay. Did he have like
And most of the lyrics are just him saying fuck.
Oh, okay.
I love good old Heimwitz.
It sounds like
Boy,
the
I'm sorry.
sounds like the modern rap game, that's all. Nothing.
Oh,
This
it's
rap
funny you
shit
say that.
is mine.
He actually fights against a rap dude in a rap battle. Krauser-sama at some point has to go conquer the game on everyone else's stage and just rolls up on a buddy of his from back in high school that started posing like he was from New York and started rapping. He just gets out there and completely whoops his ass in public and then gives him a t-shirt and he's like, yeah, buddy, I remember you. Later.
Yeah, I'm Krauser-sama.
Yeah.
It sounds cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's one of those like weird little quirky shows you never really hear too much about outside of like certain circles, kind of like Cromartie High.
God, Cromartie High. Thank you for telling me about Cromartie High. By the way,
You're welcome.
So for the uninitiated, I've rekindled my friendship with Menthol since we restarted this cast, and Menthol has just given me. I'm gonna take a quick 5 on this drawing. Just a wealth, a breadth, a whole new world of knowledge of just so many interesting and exciting things. I now know what G Gundam is, and I'm much better off for it. I love it.
Gundam is a miracle. It will never get made again. It is the antithesis of everything Gundam stands for, And that's why the fans and the people that make it fucking hate that series.
Here, let me get a
But
quick...
God damn, is that series fun?
God, here, let me get a quick still from Cromartie High up on screen for the people. Just to get a rough idea. Can you explain Cromartie High for the people?
Lemon, you want to take this one?
Nope, this one's all on you. I got the first bid.
All right, Cromartie High. So, a guy who is a normal ass high school student, nothing special at all, ends up doing something bad. We don't know what it is. The joke in the anime is consistently stated as, if you want to know, read the manga, asshole. So, he's at the school for delinquents. Everyone there is badass. And everyone there is trying to be top badass all the time. So it's just a bunch of dumb punk teenagers in a pissing contest nonstop in the school. And he shows up and proceeds to completely falling down the stairs, ass backwards, bumblefuck his way into being king of everybody there. And he wants nothing to do with it. Him and like one other guy are the only normal people in the school that do not just have their heads completely up their ass. And there's Freddie Mercury as a student, an actual factual fucking gorilla as a student, and a robot.
Here, wait, let me
And
get
everyone pretends like they're normal. Nobody notices this shit outside of the main two characters.
Here, wait, let me get Freddie Mercury up on screen quickly. Tell about the pencils. Tell about eating the pencils.
Yeah, the first gag you see in the show is main character sitting there writing a letter to his mother. Dearest mother, my time at Cromartie, blah, 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 blah. All this shit for the first episode's intro. Drops his pencil on accident. Looks down, goes to reach for it on the floor. Some other student picks it up, holds it up like he's going to hand it to him. He's like, oh, I heard the school was full of assholes, but this guy seems kind of nice. Oh, yeah, thanks, bro. He goes to reach out and get his pencil back. Dude eats it. Looks him dead in the eye and just eats his fucking pencil.
Just fucking eats it.
And, of course, the guy is stunned, as anyone would be, and just goes, wow, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. And dumps out his entire pencil bag of, like, I don't know, probably a good 30, 40 pencils, I'd say. Homeboy gathers all of them up, looks at the pencils, takes a deep breath, looks back at the main character like, man, I'm gonna do it. Oh! And just goes in on the pencils, and you just hear him crunching off screen and choking to death as the narration continues.
Fucking pencils. He's just going to town on them.
I can't believe this man ate my fucking pencils trying to be a badass.
Mother, this man ate all of my pencils. I didn't know how to react.
But yeah, it's a very quirky, weird to explain show. Like, there's not really any conflict other than just day-to-day life, but it's a little more than a slice of life show. It's like a variety gag show, much in the same vein as like Bo 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 Bo, if anyone's seen that on Adult Swim or Toonami.
Is Toonami lumped in with Adult Swim now? Is that just like a thing, or?
Not really. There's separate entities, but they do run on the same time block a lot of times.
Okay.
It's just like different days.
You got Toonami
They have
on
different
Saturday
like
nights.
programming and shit. Those are good.
Yeah, you got Toonami on Saturday nights that runs all the way up into the early morning. Before, if I recall, it switches over to standard Adult Swim programming.
Yeah, it switches over to Adult Swim at like
4 in the
I
morning.
want to say like 3 or 4 in the morning, something like that.
Then at 6 in the morning, it switches back to standard Cartoon Network programming.
Who is up at
Which-
3 or 4 in the morning, though?
Nowadays, standard Cartoon Network programming is just fucking Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go, The Amazing World of Gumball.
I swear to God, as a kid
Gumball's
that grew up
over.
on that shit, I want to hang myself every time I think about what Cartoon Network's become.
Have
Sure,
you ever?
Gumball's over, but it's still something to run in the.
Oh,
is the
right,
fucking
right.
shadow of its former
It's
self.
right. It's syndicated. I like Gumball. Gumball's a good show, but it does have its problems.
I never watched
Matter
it,
of
but I heard a lot of good things.
Matter
It's
of fact, on right now, The Amazing World of Gumball.
oh my god, is Gumball on right
Jumping the
now?
TV Guide, yes. Followed up by 2 half episodes. Then at 7:30, you've got Final Space.
I fucking hate Final Space. I fucking hate Final Space. I can't get over how much I hate Final Space.
Then after that, Family Guy, Rick and Morty, Harley.
Yeah, they're
Quinn,
doing a
Harley
big
Quinn, Harley
marathon.
Quinn.
Oh wait, they're doing a Rick and Morty marathon tonight?
They're doing some Rick and Morty followed by a Harley Quinn marathon tonight on Toonami.
Harley Quinn's on Toonami? I thought it was just on streaming, like the DC streaming thing.
No. Shit. Harley Quinn fucking aired on television on the Sci-Fi Network.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shit. How did
Yeah.
Sci-Fi get that show?
Sci-Fi's got access to a lot of shows, dude. It's not just sci-fi programming since they've changed the name to SYFY.
I was gonna say sci-fi since they rebranded to Sci-Fi has got a lot of money in their pockets for some reason.
That's good. I don't know they were so badass. There we go.
Nah, there for years you would always get just like the weirdest, obscure, bad CGI programming from Sci-Fi, and it was glorious.
God, I remember watching Chiller when I was younger. I really liked Chiller. That was what I remember fucking Corey from Corey in the House did like an episode on Chiller or something. He did like a special. I think it was like top horror movies of the O's. I think he was talking about Orphan. Yeah, he was talking about Orphan, which I didn't think was very scary.
If you want to see a great horror movie slash just not really so much scary, but like gore more than anything else, for the sake of like stupid 80s comedy shit, look into Reanimator.
I think I've heard of that one. Let me look at that.
Dude, Reanimator with Jeffrey Combs as the main actor. Holy shit, that movie is wild.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw this on the Kill Count with James A. Janice.
Yeah, that and From Beyond are both really good.
From Beyond. Isn't that the sequel?
Nope.
Isn't
Same
there a
director,
sequel?
a lot of the same actors, but it is a different story entirely. And yes, there is a sequel. There's like 3 Reanimators, I think.
Man. I'm trying to, I remember there was a point in my life where I was just really into this guy on YouTube called James A. Janice, and he had his YouTube channel, Dead Meat. It got really popular recently because it dug up the Jennifer's Body clip of Patrick Starr yelling, "I'll put off your nutsack and nail it to my door!"
Jesus.
Yeah, it's from Jennifer's Body. The voice actor from Patrick, he like yells that, and it sounds exactly like Patrick.
That's great.
Anyway, so I watched him really for a while. I was in 19, and he insisted that The Thing was the best horror movie ever made. So I was like, okay, I'll see your move, James A. Janice. So I downloaded.
I can definitely see it.
So I downloaded The Thing and I watched it, and I'm just like, yeah, that's the best horror movie ever made. I love The Thing.
I can see where there's room for contention on that, but yeah, The Thing is a very strong fucking pick.
The thing that got me, like, I think I knew it was good just from like the first moment with the fucking bass line chasing down the dog. I was just like, they get it.
Like that's the good thing about movies like that, especially John Carpenter films, because he's really good about it in particular. They don't waste your fucking time.
Yeah, like
We're not gonna spend 10 minutes getting to know Snake Plissken because he's gonna be on camera the whole fucking movie. We don't need his backstory. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, exactly. Did you know the whole Windows and Mac thing in The Thing was completely coincidental? Neither.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So if you haven't seen The Thing, there's 2 main characters, one named Windows, one named Mac. And on first glance, it's like, oh, haha, funny gag. No, neither company had been founded at the time of the movie. It was completely just coincidental nonsense. Let's see. Where do I put this line here? I was watching Funkshire last night, getting an idea about what I wanted to draw.
You have ideas?
You saw the booty?
Original ideas?
I watched him draw the booty. He was like, man, next comes up the tattoos. He actually didn't draw the tattoos. He dodged them. He just put your face here on the rump. And I like that a lot.
I was trying to talk him out of it, but he went with the your face here instead, which is a good touch.
I like that. He did not want to draw the tattoos.
Yeah,
If-
right.
Man, if he just likes
It's
it,
complicated, dude. Have you seen that shit?
yeah. When you guys were talking about Dragon's Crown. Yeah, let's bust up the Amazon.
Yeah, get that girl on screen.
Let's get
Show
that
everybody
chick
what
up on
Funkshire
screen.
did.
Oh, that is I mean, that's not awful. It's a basic shape, but I can definitely see if you fuck that up, that's like big no-no.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get why I wouldn't want to tackle that. Here, let's get it up here. One of the ideas I had was the airplanes picture, Twilight Mordecai, but it's me and Aichi. And Mutagen said, "Don't do it. If you look in if you walk into your bathroom, turn off the light, and look in the mirror and say potato 3 times in a row, Aichi will appear behind you."
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Or if you're in certain parts of the world, you just have to scream, "Aichi bliss!" enough.
Yeah. So that's if you look on the thigh here, that's the tattoo.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Who's posting dragons crawled around yummy?
These guys were talking about it when Funk was drawing his thing. Another idea.
That is a strong, strong lady. Sorry.
Definitely. You guys like the muscle girls. I'm okay with muscle girls. I don't get it.
Dude, it's a thing. Like, you don't really get it until you see someone else admiring it, and then you're like, okay, now I kind of see it.
I know there's that one dog on Twitter, the one muscle dog. That's about it.
Oh, Krekhov's creation.
Yep,
right?
yep, there we go. Krekov's, there we go.
I have no clue.
Hold on a moment.
He's busting out Krekov.
Cursed with knowledge. That's our thing here.
What does this look like?
What's the next thing?
Yeah,
I've
it
got
look.
a folder of it.
Oh my god, I like this.
For example, I will curse you with 2 interesting facts about mantises right now.
All right, tell me about some mantises.
Did you know that mantises have not just 2 eyes, but 5?
Well, what are the other 3?
Right in the middle of the head. Directly
those
between the other 2?
Those aren't cute little freckles?
No. Those are actual, like, eyes. Just kind of a weird little trait about them. And 2, they will, under no circumstances whatsoever, touch anything dead as far as, like, eating it goes.
Oh, so they're like the anti-scavenger.
Yep. Even if you trick them, like, if you kill a bee or whatever with a pin, and then, like, spray it with some kind of pheromone or whatever to trick it and make it think that it's still running around alive instead of bled out, put it on a string and wave it around in front of it, it will look at it and just go, "Nah, I'm good." You can't fool them.
We do have a caller here. Let's see. Let's get him in here. We got a light evening here.
Yeah,
You're on the air.
Hey.
Hey, bud. Talk to us.
All right, Lemon, I get it.
Hey.
Sorry.
Sorry,
How's
the
it
last one I heard in the stream was about mantises with 3 eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to
Mantises are cool.
Mantises are really cool. How about I give you another fact about insects and arthropods.
Are you,
Um,
are you
sorry.
just are you just gonna invade my stream and drop some cool bug facts on me and not even say
Oh, yeah.
hello? And,
Well, do you want some cool? This is how I say hello. Do you want some cool bug facts?
walk into the club, grab some girl's
walk.
ass.
Just walk in.
I'll
Sup,
walk in the
bitch? Here.
club, Give me $20.
In the
You want some cool bug facts, girl?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I had the stream on play while I was in the waiting room, and all I could do was, oh yeah, mantises, and I suddenly hear double voices, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh, shit, close that fucking tab. Unmute yourself quick.
Tell us some cool
No.
bug facts. I can go over some cool bug facts.
Okay,
What do mantises even look like?
well, they have 6 legs, and the females tend to live longer than the males. But anyway,
Also
my
larger.
big fact, exactly. That's why if you're buying a pet one, you want to get a girl. Same with tarantulas, because this is the thing with tarantulas. The girls live about 20 years longer than the males. The males can live some species like 5 years.
Wait, 20?
Yeah, some tarantulas can get up to 20 years old.
What the fuck? Are they even?
Also, crustaceans. They're actually more. Yeah, they came off have a common ancestor with insects. So when you're eating lobster, you're quite literally, not quite literally, but very closely eating a cockroach's long lost cousin.
Big ass sea spider.
Arthropodia.
Yeah, yeah. It's whack learning that, honestly. So how's everyone's week's been?
Oh my god, my fucking. Oh, the
Canoodling.
pizza place is pissing me off. I mean, it's
Well,
not. It's not a bad place to work. It's just, God, man, some of the people. Some freaking moron. Just some freaking moron knew he was gonna be out of work on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, right? Yeah, tomorrow. It's a 17-year-old kid. You know how kids are, and he's just like, yeah, can I Can someone help me out? Can someone cover my shift for tomorrow? It's my brother's birthday. I'm gonna be out of town. And it's like, dumbass, you know that at the beginning of the week you can say if you can't be around, we won't schedule you. So these kind of conflicts don't happen. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right.
Whatever.
I cannot imagine. I've never worked before. Like I've tried to get jobs. Not like I haven't tried, but no one seems to want the autist.
Trust us, you're in the prime of your life.
Yeah, I'm back at. I'm doing university now, so fuck that.
Prime
For now.
time of your life.
So no more.
My knees
now.
hurt.
Oh wait, are you even on my? No, you're not. Give me a sec.
Yeah, straight up. Like, I feel you, Andy. It takes a very particular type of psycho to work in food service for very long.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the work. I like the people. I like working with the people. You know.
You are
I
one
like
of those particular types of psychos.
Yep.
You can stand to run around like a chicken with your fucking head cut off all goddamn day.
I think that's what we called sadomasochism.
Yeah, pretty much.
With the verbal abuse you get off some people.
It is a thankless job. You will get verbally abused to death if you fuck up one tiny little thing, and you have to do a ton of shit all day. Oh, and you also have a very high rate of injury.
It's like I don't understand people who could just go up and be nasty to servers and people who work in food industry because they fuck up. Like I get a genuine fuck up with my order and I'm too shy and like too self-conscious to actually go up and say, "Hey, I asked for chicken pieces instead of tendies."
Yeah, exactly.
And I just sit there and eat it like I'm a toddler.
No, I feel
No,
that.
I'll,
I can't.
I'll
even...
go back and get him to correct my shit because, like, fuck that, I paid for it.
No,
But
no.
anything more than that, I'm not gonna be an asshole about it.
What it was the other week? I was like, "Oh yeah, chicken, 3-piece chicken meal," which is place just opened up in my area called Jollibee's. I think it's a Filipino chicken chain, but it's nicer than KFC, at least in my city.
I do not
So,
doubt that.
but-
KFC's pretty shit.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, they've gone completely downhill to the point where I started liking it, and that's bad. It's bad. But yeah, ordering there, it's busy as fuck. For some reason, it's always filled with people. I think they might be Philippine immigrants who just see, oh yeah, fuck yeah, on nice fried chickens here that puts the Westerners to shame.
Shit, I
Some
can't
order-
blame them. If I was
I
overseas and
cannot
they
blame
opened
them.
fucking churches, I'd be all
That
about it.
stuff is nice. Oh my god, like I could eat that stuff for days. Like I was planning to go to a local like nerd place to do D&D, which I usually do. But it was that shitty. The weather was that shitty. I was like, nah, I'm an adult. I'm gonna just say I can't come and just sleep because my knees are aching.
Your palms are weak.
My palms are weak. My eyes are sweaty.
Your eyes are sweaty.
I'm cutting onions. No, seriously, I hate cutting onions. That's a good question.
I'll actually tell you a
How do
trick that'll get
professional
around that.
chefs not cry when cutting onions? That's my question.
I'll tell you a trick.
I think I know this trick, but tell us.
Get a little bit of water under your tongue and hold it there while you're cutting.
Oh, is that what it is, huh?
Yeah, you can do that and it'll totally abate the symptoms.
Oh, I thought it was. I
Holy
thought you had
cow.
to eat the onion. I thought you had to eat a piece of the onion, and that would like
That also
equalize. And that would like equalize your humors or some shit.
Well,
I'm gonna
it'll
be
equalize
honest.
your
I
humors,
just
but
wear
it's
the
easily
gas
used
mask
to
I
it.
bought.
One more time, bud.
I just wear the gas mask I bought on the back of a van for a man selling army surplus.
Nah, real shit. The water under the tongue trick that works. I know a
Really?
lot of people
Wow.
that swear up and down by it.
Weren't you a cook though?
Yes,
Have you ever done that in the? No, you wouldn't have the time for that.
I never
in
had the
in
problem with
kitchen.
it. I've never had the problem with like onions making me cry.
Man,
I'm also one of those people that don't close my eyes when I yawn, so you know.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I mean, I try not to. I tried it when I was like 15, and then I just stopped.
You exactly. Once you do it once, you're just like, fuck it, I'm over it now.
I also don't even open my mouth when I yawn anymore because I feel like it's really rude.
There are some times you can manage it, but there are other times where, god damn, my
Yeah.
jaw needs to be stretched too.
Yeah.
You gotta do that.
Yeah.
And I
shit.
have to open my mouth to get it open.
That's what's
anyone-
pissing me off. I got a
Even
fucking.
Jay.
I'm thinking like, man, there's something pissing me off today, and I can't remember what it is this entire cast. And then I just shift my shoulder to the side, and I was like, oh, right, thanks, Lemon. I pulled a fucking muscle while sleeping last night, and I got no idea how. But let me tell you, there's a demon trying to escape my fucking reverse back through my skin. And it's being kept in there between my shoulder blade and my spine. So you could all
Sorry,
thank me right now for the delay of the apocalypse. Because this guy is fucking dick. It's off.
Bitch,
I've
you're
been
delaying the
there before,
apocalypse.
but
You're just delaying
I-
somebody
I
getting
have-
off from a summon.
I- I've got all condolences to you, Andy, because I've been there before in a foreign country.
What,
long
Wales?
story- No, China.
That's okay. Okay. I thought I was being funny, but that's pretty good too. All right.
You thought you were being cute, but the real answer
You
was
know
way
how
more
they have
impressive.
those table like spinny things on the table. They can put food on. You can also spin it around for other guests
Yeah.
on the like a large
Yeah, fidget
table.
spinners. Yeah.
A lazy
Yeah,
Susan.
the fidget, the legendary giant glass fidget spinners with food on and drinks.
Yeah.
We'll get one of those. We're it's a group sort of tour thing. I'm with a bunch of them, and I'm about to reach out to grab the Chinese Coca-Cola, and suddenly something just snaps in between my shoulder blade and neck, and I could not lift anything up for a solid week. The entire time I was there, I could not enjoy myself
Oh no.
because I couldn't lift my right arm without it feeling like someone had just stabbed me. Is that how it feels to be a fluffy?
Kinda. I've had that happen before with my back, where I bent over to pick something up and just snap. And like the way that I remember hearing it, it sounded like someone popped a rubber band against the counter
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
kitchen. It was like in the other room, a little ways away, like probably about a good 15 feet away or so, where it was quiet. But I could hear that snap, and I just went, oh shit, and my legs didn't work.
It's like,
Oh man.
oh no. You've become limp like spaghetti.
But yeah, after I hit the floor and like kind of got my shit together, went to the hospital and everything, come back, just put me on bed rest for a couple of weeks. That sucked.
You gotta hate it when that happens because you're like, God damn it, body, at least make me sick enough to need. Actually, then again, you're in America. You guys have to pay healthcare bills.
Oh yeah, our shit is savage.
Yeah.
Hell, I've got fucking insurance, and they still charge me like $700 per goddamn visit.
I don't get charged shit.
I can imagine.
Like tomorrow, I could get on the roof, deliberately shatter my pelvis by being by being fucking stupid on the roof, and it'd still be free. People on social media would call me a effing several things that cannot be said on this live stream because we're a family-friendly live stream, but
Oh yeah, totally family
Are we?
friendly.
but totally
Yeah.
for family, we can't say the R word.
Shit, nigga, I didn't know he was family friendly.
Can't say
My bad.
can't say the Q word.
I mean, unless you're gay, which then you can say queer.
Oh wait, I forgot. I was completely making up that there was a Q word.
Yeah, there's a Q word.
I didn't know.
There is.
What about
That's why people
bisexuals?
make the joke about the alphabet people. That absolutely is real. There's a lot of the alphabet taken up these days.
Yeah, man, this is a.
You're not allowed to say the Z slur either.
What the fuck is the Z slur?
What is
Yeah,
The
right.
that?
Zogger.
Zoggers? Oh, what
I thought you were
the?
going to say
Oh my God.
Zuma.
You can't say it that loud.
Look, as long as we don't talk about the AA, I think we're good.
What, the anti-aircraft?
No, the astronaut. You know the one.
The attitude adjustment? I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
The Albanian astronaut.
What? Why? What happened with the
Part of
Albanian
the
ass?
Estonian space program.
The Estonian space program. I still love that one.
It's a series of very complex and highly involved sexual maneuvers.
Jesus Christ, I need to look at some of these.
Good luck.
I'm actually
No.
hold on, I'm curious. Do I want Albanian astronaut in my search for history?
I mean,
Probably
Even if you
not.
unless
did,
you,
you wouldn't find all the steps.
I was gonna say, unless you got an onion browser, I wouldn't risk it.
Ah, never mind then. Okay.
Exactly. You need access to the dark web to get most of it.
Well, I guess I you know what? Then I guess I ain't crying.
Look, I'll tell you this much: you need at least a door frame, an astronaut helmet, a goat, and 6 feet of rubber tubing.
A
No.
goat?
Oh,
You need 12 feet of rubber tubing now.
oh no.
Have they
Oh,
updated
no.
it?
What, they updated the safety
Well,
standards on that one?
Yeah.
They're trying to imitate human centipede.
With the increase of body weight over the last year, they needed to increase the length of rubber tubing as well.
Fair enough.
Christ alive. Have they always just needed one goat, or have they had to up that too?
No. The goat's just there for balancing on, but it's all right,
Yeah.
You just need the one.
Though, I hear a three-legged goat's better than a four-legged goat for that purpose, because they're really trying at that point.
Mm.
They'll try and keep you balanced, even if you try to throw them off.
That actually reminds me. There's a fucking great game on Steam and a couple other platforms if you can find it. Highly recommended if you can find it. It's usually like $2, so it's a total throwaway purchase.
What game's this?
Mount Your Friends.
Oh, I
Oh
remember
my
this is
god, what the
shit.
hell is Mount Your Friends?
I've
Mount Your
never seen
Friends
Mount Your Friends.
it's a human stacking game and it's glorious.
It's beautiful. You're
Wait.
jacked. You've got a speedo
Andy,
on. There's
Why are you
jiggly
drawing your
physics.
fucking Slavic waifu?
What?
There's a goat.
What?
Well, hello, Funk.
Oh, hello,
What's up,
Funk.
guys?
Oh, hello.
Oh, never mind. Disregard that. We're family friendly here.
Oh, yeah.
I fell
Why are you
asleep.
drawing your Slavic waifu?
We're family friendly. We're family friendly here.
Is that why she's got a
Don't-
nice family-friendly shirt? Couple of,
She's got that nice family friendly
coloring-
shirt.
conveniently censoring the knickknacks.
Yep. Good evening,
We call that
Funkshire.
convenient
Hello.
censorship.
Yeah.
What's happening?
It's all good. How did you go see Suicide Squad today?
I did. I was kind of whelmed at first, and it got better.
Well, that's good. What did you see the original in 2016,
I saw-
right?
I saw the original, and the fact that the first 15 minutes are Jared Leto's Joker dying in a hotel room, or not a hotel room, a hospital room from colon cancer, were kind of shocking, but also very cathartic.
Was it colon cancer? I thought it was ink poisoning from all the tattoos.
Well, you see, that's what they bring you in that with the sizzle reel, and they're like, oh, it's ink poisoning, but no, it turns out it's colon cancer because James Gunn put his foot so far up his ass that it deteriorated.
Jesus Christ.
It was a good movie. It's got a I didn't like the first about 15 minutes of it, and then after that, it's like I was sitting there for a minute, I was like, really, this is the route we're going. Then after that, it's like, oh, okay, I like this, and it does one thing I kind of really don't like in fiction, and that's the 10 minutes ago, and then you show a whole nother show. I'm like, why didn't we just put that at the beginning, and we'll learn that here, and you didn't have to play this and then say 10 minutes ago, Harley Quinn sucking off 3 dudes in the bathroom at the Burger King, and I'm like,
Now that's not family-friendly fun.
I don't give a shit about family
Right.
friendly.
We need the
at all.
blanket for it to be family-friendly. Then they're just wrestling.
Family
Yeah.
friendly means corporate sellout, so nuts to
That's
that.
true.
That's right.
I can watch Suicide Squad on HBO Max. What do you
Can
It
you
is on
watch
HBO
Suicide?
Max.
It's on HBO Max, huh?
Yep.
It is. I went to the theater behind I have 2 theaters around here. There's the one I normally go to where I have the movie pass. Then there's the one that's on the beach. I don't really go to that often. I said, well, fuck it. I'm going to go to the one on the beach just because I haven't been there and it's got a little restaurant in it, and I figured I'd go for lunch. I got in there, like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It had some pretty good parts in it. You can very much tell it's a James Gunn movie, or because Sean Gunn's in it and Michael Rooker.
Oh boy.
And
I mean, I can't say shit about that though because I love Michael Rooker. Put that man
I-
in literally anything and I'll be happy.
I do
Well,
too, but
He was
no,
in Fast 9.
no fucking spoilers.
Cool.
Like that's kind of like one of the reasons I like didn't care for the first like 15 minutes. And I can't really talk about that without spoiling the fuck out of it for
Fair enough.
everybody.
Fair enough.
But
I'm just glad to see the man getting work.
oh yeah, like he's pretty great in it. And then it's like my favorite though, and Idris Elba and John Cena kind of carry the fuck out of this movie. Like Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie like does a really good job as Harley Quinn in this one here, and she has some really good scenes. But then like Idris Elba is just like a tired dad leading his kids through Hot Topic, and he just wants to go home. And then like John Cena is in it, and there's at one point where they're like camping in the jungle, and everybody runs over to help with the situation. Everybody shows up, and then there's like John Cena. John Cena's just in his tidy whities, and I don't know if they pack something to him or what. But if this is true to scale, John Cena has like an 11-inch dick, and that's. I was sitting there like, that's
Jesus.
impressive, John. You know what? The Lord must give you that for all that Make-A-Wish shit you've been doing. That's the only thing I can think of is like, like, hey, John, you know what? You've been doing such a good job with those Make-A-Wish stuff. You're going to get an 11-inch dick out of it. And he's just like, well, I settled for a Best Buy gift card, but hell yeah.
No. Every Make-A-Wish that he attends, he gains 1/100 of an inch.
No, but that's a curse because if he wants to have coitus with a woman, it will not be
Anal.
nice. No, it
Good.
still won't be nice. He'll blow her ass out.
Implying
Anal.
that's his goal.
Oh
Implying-
no.
Playing John
Well,
Cena
Cena's the
secretly
wicked
does not
witch.
hate
Oh, wait.
women. It is John
John
Cena's
Cena's
goal
going
in
to
life.
fuck the earth.
He's here to fuck the earth in submission.
Start a brand new Big Bang. With his
And
balls.
Mental, I think because I know you're like me, you appreciate the Predator movies and the Alien movies. You would really
Oh God, yeah.
like Bloodsport's design. His armor design is fucking
Mm-hmm.
amazing because it reminds me so much of a Predator, but it also has a lot of xenomorph influences to it.
Nice.
Like his face mask, he's got a helmet, and the helmet is like the Predator mask, but it has a
Mhm.
grill on it, like with teeth that looks like a xenomorph mouth. And
Neat.
the fact that basically like all the parts on his suit are what make up his guns are really neat to me. So
Never forget, it could happen one day that we get a Predator versus Batman movie because that was a fucking comic and they're getting desperate in Hollywood.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'd love Predator versus Batman.
I have those, and they were good. Like the first one was probably the best. Where there's the Predator and the Batman, and basically the Predator kind of banes Batman, just like destroys him. So Batman has to fight him in like an exosuit, and it has a great moment where the Predator breaks into the Wayne Manor, and fucking Alfred just blows his ass away with a blunderbuss, and I love that shit. Then they had another one where he teamed up with the Huntress that was good, but it wasn't as good.
Mm.
And then I think they made a third one because I actually have the like
No,
collection of all the
if they
stories.
made it like AVP 1, where it's a dumb fucking popcorn flick, oh, I'd be so in.
I
Oh, bro, I'm fucking in.
Is it-
that would be the second one because the first one it's like it starts off the Predator lands in Gotham, and like first person he kills is like the heavyweight boxing champion of the world who like he sees on TV and is like, oh, that's the strongest, like kills him, and then it's kind of gritty and dark. It's
Makes
more like
sense.
Predator. It's more like Predator 2.
Yeah.
What is
And
it,
then
Santa?
Hey,
what's up,
Santa.
Santa?
Hey, guys.
Batman versus the Predator 2 though is almost to the point of parody because it's like the Predator's hunting in Gotham's projects. And I was like, wait, what?
Only
Gang
one man
warfare
can
versus the
stop
Predator.
him.
Have you ever heard the MC Chris skit Ninja Mom?
Yes.
It reminds me a lot of Ninja Mom.
N-
You telling me you a ninja? You know, just stupid shit like that. But no,
You're
not bad at
telling
all.
me this thing is a fucking alien? Yes.
You
What?
telling me that this thing is an orphan alien just like me?
I'm an orphan. Oh. Oh, Martha, why did you say Martha? Oh no.
It's like the predator pushes this button on the self destruct and it says Martha on there. Why did you say Martha on your self destruct? And so Batman self destructs
No, he
himself.
just hears Batman say it at some point and copies it, like, in the Predator movie.
That would be fucking hilarious. Okay, that's even better.
Just like when he copied Billy's laugh, which is
Yes.
still like, dude, if you need an intimidating fucking laughter, just
Like-
some audio track of some crazy ass laughing, that's the one to go with. Billy's laugh
That-
from Predator is amazing.
That is a way to go. Like Jesus, that's pretty good. I still think my favorite part though is like the first one is like he's beating the shit out of Batman in the Wayne Manor, and then Alfred's just like, "Hey, square up," and it hits him like dead center mass with a fucking blunderbuss.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm like, he
Alfred
just
ain't no fucking
blew.
punk.
No, Alfred don't give a shit. Alfred's like, you can get the fuck out of my house. I don't have to clean this thing. And like,
People forget that about Alfred, I think.
oh yeah, like
like-
people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, they forget that he served in the army and shit, so.
Special forces,
Yeah.
like that dude was like SEAL Team 6 on his own.
Dude was in there.
Yeah. In one of the comics, somehow he gets like the power of like a Kryptonian, and he whoops the ever loving shit out of Superman.
That is actually from the Injustice comics. The whole thing with that is like the Joker kills Lois Lane and Superman goes full Superman dictator.
Super
And
villain.
full supervillain. So Batman develops a pill that gives everybody else like the same level of strength as Superman. And so that's what happens. Like Alfred takes that, Batman's stalling him for time, and then Alfred just shows up and beats his ass like a redheaded stepchild when the rents do. It was fucking brutal, and I loved it.
And if I recall correctly, Alfred's shoes are shown as just completely falling apart.
Pretty much, like he's hitting him so hard that his shoes are just like bursting. And
Christ.
like then like Alfred says like the coldest fucking thing ever. Like he beats the shit out of Superman, leaves him there laying bloody on the floor, and he picks up Batman and starts to walk away. And Batman's like, no, he's like, so what about him? And then Alfred just says, there's nothing worth saving here anymore, and then just leaves Superman to fucking bleed out on the floor.
Christ.
I have posted the image over in the
Look.
FluffCast channel.
Look
There
at
it
this
is.
shit.
Let me
You ever
see.
hit a motherfucker so hard your shoes come off?
Once.
Oh my god. Jesus. Let's get that on screen. This is not family friendly at all.
Just Eat it,
that's-
Clark.
That's
That
one
was
thing I
just
liked
big old
about
biggies.
I liked about this new Suicide Squad is like they introduce Bloodsport, and they're like, so what's he in here for? And he's like, oh well, he put Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet. And I was like, well, hell yeah, about time somebody did some shit.
Yeah, right.
By the time
It is about time somebody put Superman in his place.
I said, I love certain versions of Superman, but at the same time, we can do it like 90% less Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Is Cavill doing his job as Superman, you think? Or
I think he is. I like Henry Cavill as just about anything. I love him as Geralt. Love him as fucking Superman. I think he's doing a good job.
Here's an Imgur album that is an excerpt.
an Emger album? Let me see. Okay.
Man.
There's not much that they could put Henry Cavill in that I wouldn't like him as, you know.
Let's throw that up on the screen.
I'll tell you what I can't wait for is Shazam 2. Shazam 2
That-
is gonna be so lit. It's gonna have Dwayne the Rock. Don't call me the Rock anymore. Okay, you can call me the Rock again, Johnson.
And I'm all for it. And he's already posting like shit on it everywhere of him like being in the Black Adam outfit and everything. So I'm like, hell yeah.
Like he's gonna be Black Adam. We got another like swing at the bat with Shazam as fun as the first one was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hype. I'm hype. Because yeah, for those that don't know, Shazam
Tell me about
feels more
Shazam.
like a Marvel movie. It feels way more like a Marvel movie than any other DC film ever. And it's good.
I'd arguably say it's currently the best of the more modern DC films.
Shazam, is that the one with the guy in the red suit, right?
Yep, with the
Yeah.
lightning bolt on his chest.
And there's the meme of him drinking and looking at you judgingly.
Yep.
Yeah, where,
Yep,
where he's like
okay.
drinking the Dr. Pepper. Fun fact, I did not know that Billy Levi, the guy who plays Shazam,
Hmm.
was actually in the Thor movies as Fandel.
Yep.
I didn't know that was him. Like he looks nothing like himself in the Fandel role. So I was like, I had no idea that was him.
He's also Flynn Rider in Tangled.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you serious?
He's
That's
in a
cool
lot
as
of
hell.
shit.
That's cool as hell. I love Tangled.
And Tangled is also a good movie if you hadn't seen it.
I fucking love Tangled.
Got my man Ron Perlman in it.
Who is he? The horse?
No, he's the one of the twins,
Oh, okay.
like the Bandit twins. I forget which one he is, or he might be both of them for all I remember.
I think he's both of them. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
And Santa,
It's been a while.
do you care to regale us with the tale of how Tangled got fucking banished?
Oh, that series is fucking cursed. It was supposed to be like their like 50th like ever animated series. Then like think like a Harry Potter movie or some shit came out and it just tanked in the box office. What other shit happened? Immediately.
Oh, I'm talking
after-
specifically about the Kingdom name getting them in trouble.
Oh yeah. The kingdom's called Corona, and because of the COVID stuff, they basically took all like the Tangled series and a whole bunch of other shit that even mentions Corona, and just nuked that off of like Disney Plus and shit.
Christ.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be Corona the sun. Yeah, this series is like super cursed. It cannot get like a leg up.
But it was good. It's good, right? Like it's really good. I really like the Tangled movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Tangled movie's good. The TV series is pretty good. Third season is kind of mixed.
Oh well,
Is
you
it
Honestly, I'm surprised that the TV show is actually pretty good.
Y'all remember when we
but-
watched Memories like right when Corona started and the first fucking movie pops up the Corona on that goddamn spaceship? Now we all
Yeah.
lost our minds for a moment.
Truly.
Yeah, the TV show gets cursed. Supposedly Tangled 2 takes a lot of inspiration from season 2 to make Frozen 2, I think. These are rumors, don't know if it's 100% true. But I've seen
What the fuck song could have
both
that
to
from?
confirm, and yeah, the story is very fucking similar, so I don't know what the hell happened.
I've not seen Frozen 2. I saw Frozen 1 once and I was like, okay, that was nice. And then it was everywhere and then I just did not give a fuck anymore.
I don't know. A lot of the newer Disney movies, I just don't find any interest pulling me in hardly.
I
Like every
tried.
once in a while, a new one will come out, like Moana, where I'm like, oh, it looks kind of cute.
I was about to say Moana. I watched it and I was just like, "What
Mhm.
is this? I can't do this. This is bad." I don't know. I didn't like Moana very much.
I loved Moana. I thought it was really good. And then it's like, well,
I do
what
like
was
the
it?
Shiny song with what's his name doing the crab.
Uh,
That is really good.
that guy from YouTube. Fuck, what's his name?
That's one of the dudes from Flight of the Conchords, Jamie.
So I
I
admit
can't
that
remember.
song is fucking catchy.
I always like Disney villain songs the best. So
Oh, we can't be leaving out my man Keith David if that's the case.
man, Keith David, Friends on the Other Side is like one of the only ones I know all the words to, and people will make me
You,
sing.
Oh my god, that
you're
one's.
in my world now, not your world.
I got
I
hoodoo. I
can
got voodoo.
On the other
understand.
side.
I got hoodoo. I got voodoo. I got shit. I ain't even tried.
Right?
I love that.
There was a night that shit actually got me like booted from a raid in World of Warcraft, and it was fucking hilarious.
What were you singing it while fucking raiding?
I was playing on my shaman, and yes, I was singing it.
Going up and just cursing motherfuckers talking about, won't you shake a poor sinner's hand?
It was like I'd had to res all these people, and they're like, "Won't you shake a pole in his hand?" And they're just like, "Fuck you, funk, and your southern accent." And I was like, "Sorry, my accent's more Texas than Louisiana."
Nolans,
So
right?
Hey,
Nolan's
I gotta
accent.
jump out of here.
Later, dude.
Later,
Sam, man.
dude.
Thanks for coming on in.
No, I love that song.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the last big, like, holy shit, Disney wrote a fucking masterpiece kind of songs that they kicked out, you know?
Yeah, because like I went and I love Wreck-It Ralph, the first Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's great. It's a really
Dude,
good movie.
I
Really
love.
good movie.
It wasn't the movie anyone expected, but it's definitely a good one.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm
I
all
love
about
it.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I
One of my
love the
favorite
first
things
one.
about it is, they didn't have Mario in it, and everybody was like, "Oh man, they didn't get Mario. Nintendo didn't let them have Mario." And they're like, "No, we couldn't fit Mario in the story. We had the full blessing. We just didn't. We had too much shit, so we just didn't put him in there." And I was like, "That's a ballsy move right there."
Oh,
And
shit. Sorry to interrupt. Apparently, Trevor Moore, the guy from Whitest Kid You Know, just
yeah,
found dead at 41.
Wait. Which one?
damn.
Trevor Moore.
Trevor Moore. Which one is that? Is that the funny guy or the straight guy?
That's the guy with the straight hair.
Oh
Give me
my
daddy's
god,
song.
he's dead. That was like the funniest guy. What the fuck?
Yep, just died.
Oh shit.
That
Oh my
sucked.
god.
I hate that.
That's no good.
Ugh.
Oh.
Sorry to bring the cast down like that. I just felt we should share the news with everyone.
Oh
Nah.
man.
Anyway,
Oh,
back to Disney songs and movies and shit.
I was like at that point, like I don't know. I was gonna say I love Wreck-It Ralph, but I hated Wreck-It Ralph 2
Mm.
Agreed.
because Wreck-It Ralph was about basically liking yourself, realizing your good points, kind of figuring that out. And like when I
Doesn't the
saw
second
that,
movie kind of contradict itself?
the second movie doesn't even have a goddamn message. Like, okay, so the first movie, Ralph's a bad guy in a video game, kind of hates himself for it, wants to be a good guy, blah 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 blah. Then he kind of learns like I can be a good guy even though I'm a bad guy. So it's like it's kind of like learn to love yourself, and also like you get to choose what you are, not other people. So
You
it's almost got the
choose.
same. Yeah, you choose. It's like it's almost got the same message as like the first Hellboy movie.
Iron Giant.
And Iron Giant too. You get to choose who you are. Nobody else chooses. And I was like, okay, I really like that. That's really cool. And then the second one is just, hey guys, remember internet memes? And I was just, and then I was like, okay, so what's going on? The whole thing is apparently Vanellope wants to do her own thing in life, and Ralph wants to do his own thing in life. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Do your thing. And then at the end, basically the message was like, sometimes your friends will move away, but you'll get to see them occasionally. And I was like, the fuck is this supposed to be?
I want to do my own thing.
Yeah,
You want to do your
basically,
own
it was
thing.
trying to do like a father having to get ready to like have the kids move on sort of message in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Penelope is sick of doing the same races all the time. When they go online to basically earn money to fix their machine just so they don't get unplugged, she finds this basically bootleg GTA world. She wants to live there, and then Ralph is like, "Oh my God, you can't live here! Look how dangerous it is." She's like, "You're an asshole, Ralph. Why aren't you letting me live in this most dangerous fucking place imaginable?" And he's like, "You're not in your game. If you die, you don't resurrect." And
You
she's like,
don't
"No,
get a
you're just
respawn
being an
here.
asshole, Ralph. I want to stay here and blow shit up and get shot at."
And then there's like a part, like literally 30 minutes of the movie they promote to Ralph making viral videos because the YouTube personification said, you can make a viral video and make tons of money. So they just have him recreate like old viral videos.
I've seen
Yeah,
And
that
it,
like
sequence.
every single meme, pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen that sequence isolated. It's fucking
It
terrible.
looks really pain. Is it really that bad? Like,
it was
Yeah.
bad. Like I got up out of the theater and I looked at my brother because like we saw it at the new theater down here. My brother had come down to visit and we went to see it. And I said, I will never watch that again. That was fucking terrible. And I just walked away. It was like the same thing I got when I watched Ready Player One, and they had the Iron Giant in there with guns all over him shooting people, and I was like,
that's not how that works.
that's not that's
Yeah.
no. Why don't you just piss directly in Brad Bird's mouth and just see how that goes? But
That's
no, like
fucking
it was
people.
bad.
That's why I wasn't too mad about like all the property usage in fucking Space Jam 2. Like, man, they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
sitting there in the back, whatever.
That's it. And that's just like how Wreck-It Ralph 1 did it. It was like, oh man, look, there's Sonic the Hedgehog. And I was like,
Here's
oh, look, there's
Zangief in
Bowser.
therapy.
Yeah, that's
Which was
like
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
it's just like it's little things, and they have a really good story to support it. I don't know.
And the second one came out and it was just like, I didn't get it. I was like, what? No, take that shit away from me, please.
It's the thing that gets I think it yeah. What gets me most about it is that the first movie was just so surprisingly incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I'm in the same boat as you, Funk. I really fucking love Wreck-It Ralph.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing it in theaters. It was really good.
I saw it in
Like,
theaters. I was just blown away.
again, it wasn't the movie I expected when I went in. I think everybody had that kind of sentiment based on the advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You go in there expecting it to be, oh, it's video games, yay, references. And no, it's like 2 minutes of references in the beginning. And then fuck all that bullshit. Here's the original characters. Let's roll.
I like how
Is it-
the second movie turned out to be what the first one we thought it'd be.
Pretty much. And it was just like, it was just
Terrible.
poorly done, terrible. It was like, hey, here's Ralph, and he's on the internet. Ralph's gonna wreck the internet.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I
It
was
goes
like,
to show you can't
Fuck
really make a movie
off.
by committee like that. Like, unless you have a singular vision behind a movie, it's not really worth fucking with.
That's just some bullshit, man.
It's just like all the Marvel movies nowadays. Why fucking bother hiring visionary directors? It doesn't matter. They're all shot the same because they have to be, because Marvel dictates it.
God.
it's like, uh, seeing Suicide Squad, like they did a lot better. I feel like James Gunn did a lot of good stuff with it, but at the same time, you could also tell there was a lot of stuff that was probably dictated that he had to do.
Exactly.
Because I was looking at certain things and like not certain characters, but like certain little beats, you'd kind of feel like, okay, well, this is here. And then he's also got such a big cast he's kind of working with that in a couple of places I understood the whole, we're going to roll this scene and then we're going to stop here, show a thing that says 8 minutes ago, show another scene that happened, and then they're going to converge here in a minute. And I was like, okay, I kind of get that. I don't like it because I hate that whole come to an ass grinding halt, back up 8 minutes, and then show 8 minutes of footage. I'm like, y'all killing me. Come on now.
No, I definitely like a certain type of way that some of the superhero movies are shot nowadays, where it's like you can tell the director was actually allowed to fucking direct.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like Thor 3, for example, Thor Ragnarok.
I did
Yeah.
not see Thor 3.
Dude,
Very
you can
good.
tell Taika Waititi is the one behind the fucking wheel on that. You
Yeah.
can absolutely tell if you've seen any of his other stuff.
He's actually in Suicide Squad too.
Like that, or like the Deadpool movies. You can tell Ryan Reynolds is super passionate and make sure that that shit is done right.
Oh yeah.
Like he's a big fan of Deadpool.
How
He's
does
just doing a good job.
speaking of
This
Ryan
movie's
Reynolds?
awesome. Sorry,
Spe-
good.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, how is Free Guy looking or whatever? Because that shit, I see it on the YouTube ads, and I'm just like, this looks awful. But what do
They
you guys
actually
think?
had a trailer for it in front of Suicide Squad that made me think maybe it won't be bad, but I'm probably not going to be paying to see it.
They did a
Or
pretty cute thing with it. That was so good.
no, go ahead. At one point, apparently the villain and or creator of the video game he lives in sends out his ultimate creation, which is like Ryan Reynolds as a bodybuilder for the most part. And the whole trailer they did was literally Ryan Reynolds with his face like digitally added to this guy's body. And he's like, man, he's like, I gotta tell you, he's like, workout, like a movie workouts, like all these people say it's so hard to do their movie workouts. A bunch of fucking pussies. Like I just can't believe it. Like, look at me, look at this. And he's just there flexing for the camera the whole time. And like they show him doing his workout. He's like, I do a protein bomb in the morning. It's made with actual human flesh, so it's illegal, but very effective. And then they're showing him there, and they're doing like the stereotypical. He's like running on the beach, and they're like, even though I've gained all this muscle, even though I've gained these looks, I gotta say the most important muscle to me is still my cock. I was just like, okay. I was
The
like,
Ryan Reynolds, all right.
I was like, this actually seems all right, but I don't know. I'm kind of afraid it's gonna be like that's the best part of the whole movie, and then the rest of it's just gonna be shit.
Reminds me of
It'll be all right.
Reminds me of did you guys like Detective Pikachu? I did not like Detective Pikachu.
I like Detective
I liked
Pikachu.
it. I
haven't
didn't like
actually
the
seen
twist
it.
at the end, but I liked most of the movie.
I don't know. I just felt like the story was just really, really weak. I don't know. It just
I
didn't
thought
grip me.
I thought it was cool because they didn't shoehorn in a lot of Pokemon for no reason. Like they were in the background doing their little things, like that was fun, but it wasn't just like, hey
Yeah, like
guys,
being
there's a fucking
Wildcats or
Squirtle.
whatever.
Yeah, like they were fun running around. I really liked the little like the 2 seconds you get to see the little Totodiles because I love Totodile. And like the 10 seconds I got to see the Gengar, and I was like, oh my god, he looks terrifying. I love him.
Yeah.
No, I was pretty pleased with it, except for, like I said, the twist at the end.
Yeah.
That was where I was like, really? All right, you had me up until now. God damn it.
I was like, you got like, because like the twist at the end was kind of like we're very small scale going on right now. Then you became a large scale plot, and it was kind of like, hold on a minute, I'll need to dial that back a little bit.
Yeah, right.
It's like
Suddenly
now
turns up
you're
like fourfold in intensity.
that's it. It's like if you had to fight the fucking end villain in session 1 of a D&D game. I'm like, come on, or session 5 maybe. I was like, the fuck are y'all on about? Like, y'all dial that back a little bit. Let's try this again.
Maybe it was about a good 30 or so before we start doing something like this.
I liked it because I really liked all the designs. The part of Mr. Mime was also really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was comedy gold.
It's like, oh, he's crashing. Oh, God. Oh, you shit. No. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
I don't know. I saw it after the Sonic movie, and I guess I just kept thinking, like, wow, this is so much worse than the Sonic movie.
That's what fucked you up. That is absolutely what fucked you up, dude. Watch, like, the fucking Detective Pikachu movie again, totally removed from the Sonic movie for a while. Give it like a year or so and don't watch the Sonic movie at all.
I can't believe. Yeah, okay, year-long project on making the Detective Pikachu movie good.
No, for real. Like,
no, I got
if
it.
you watch it as its own movie, it's pretty solid.
Okay, it's just yeah.
There was that all like Detective Pikachu versus the Sonic movie. I'm like, why are y'all making them fight? Don't make them fight. Just enjoy it.
The Sonic movie was written in an entirely different way and put together totally different, and like it was kind of a weird miracle in a way. That movie should not have been good. There's no universe in which that movie should have succeeded, and
that's it.
Somehow it did.
The only reason I even went to see that movie in theaters is just when they changed the Sonic design. I was like, holy shit, they listen to the fans. If I don't go see this, they're going to be like, oh, we'll never do that again. But if I go see this, they'll hopefully somebody will be like, oh, wow, they listen to the fans, and suddenly people went and saw this shit. So I went and saw it, and I gotta say, I was super, super surprised at like how good it turned out to be.
I loved it. It was wholesome. It was heartwarming. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually the first movie me and my two siblings ever saw together, like alone in a theater. So we've got that now. We got that little piece of cringe in our history.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
It actually,
even some of the most terrible movies are still worth looking back fondly on sometimes, you know.
dude, fucking bad movies are part of our history too. We've all had that one shitty movie that we loved as kids or a teenager. We're just like, hell yeah.
Why do you think I have a movie mountain? There's a lot of bad ones in here.
It's like one of my favorite movies of all time is the movie Rock and Roll, which a lot of people have not heard of. Those who have will tell you it's a bad movie. Me, it's one of those magical treasures of a movie that I saw at 3 a.m. because I was sick as a dog trying not to die, and absolutely loved it.
I wouldn't
So,
call it a bad movie. I think the soundtrack's at least redeemable.
see, I thought it was a pretty cool one because it's got that kind of like late 80s, early 90s adventure movie vibe, and I'm here for that
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot more movies could use that.
Hmm.
But
I don't know. There's some movies I'll still vehemently defend just because they're part of my childhood, like The Mask.
Mask. Oh,
I
my
will
god.
fucking
Mhm.
fight you with a knife in the street. Let's go
Did they have a
over
default?
The Mask.
I loved The Mask.
that's like me with Van Helsing. Like people always say Van Helsing is terrible. I'm like, no, fuck you,
Van Helsing was a
Hugh Jackman's
fun
Logan.
movie. It's
It
not
was.
meant to be a horror.
That
It
was
wasn't
that,
even scary. Did you watch the film? Did it look like it was trying to be fucking
No,
scary?
it
It
was
was a
trying to be an
fantasy
action movie. Yeah, it was an action movie, just like fucking League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. League of
exactly.
Extraordinary Gentlemen was a fine movie. That movie's fucking fine. It's perfect, actually.
I love League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you know that? Did you know that? Didn't that and Lord of the Rings kill John? What's his name? Sean Connery's career.
Well, Sean kind of killed his own career.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
it was
right.
getting at the ass end, but yeah.
Yeah.
See, Sean, they approached him and were like, Sean, would you like to be Gandalf the Grey? And he was like, fuck off. I gotta go over here, smack bitch. Hold on. I've never had to say fuck off as Titus. Titus is just too nice.
Go for it.
Flashed in Malamage, my chitchaback. Fuck off with you, Gandalf the Greys and you hobbits and you bobbits and all these things. Like, he did that, and he did some other like basically Sean Connery would be like, okay, I'll do this movie, but fuck that movie. And the movie he said fuck that to would go on to be like award winning, making billions of dollars, and whatever movie he would sign up for would make about $57 on a 3-day weekend.
Also,
Like,
never forget, in the early 90s, Sean Connery answered a question in a Barbara Walters interview that would it would kind of stun you how recent it was answered like this.
Oh yeah.
What was the question?
The question was, when is it appropriate to hit a woman? And Sean Connery's answer was, when the conversation's over and she doesn't know it yet.
God damn it!
Yup.
Fuck off.
Yup. So that kind of hurt him
Woof.
too, where it's like you're like, oh shit, Sean
Like I said, that's
Connery.
like 89, 90, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm. This wasn't like no 1960s where she would have just been like, yes, sir, I'll shut up now.
This is like, whoa, dude, you can get arrested for talking like that.
Whoa,
up.
relax, Sean.
Like, and then
Last
Sean
thing
Connery.
he ever worked on was a horrible animated CGI
Sir Billy.
atrocity
Sir Billy.
All right.
goddamn.
where
Fuck
he's
it.
like a skateboarder.
And
He
all
An
the.
old man skateboarder. or some
All right,
shit.
let's get a couple scenes of Sir Billy.
Sir Billy is like he's a
Ooh.
skateboarding veterinarian, and the whole movie is nothing but like Sean Connery's movie references for some reason.
Now,
All
this is funny. I remember we were talking about Sir Billy on the old FluffCast back in the
Uh-huh.
day.
Oh my god, we've come full circle.
Well, that's because Aichi loved it,
Yeah.
if I remember right, because it was the movie, and I say this in like no joke, the movie was very much a Scottish nationalist movie because there's several scenes in the movie where it's like, Billy has a refrigerator and it has a Scottish flag on it, and it's fucking huge. And then, like, to the right of it, there's a very tiny, very beat up, tattered, worn out British flag. So a lot of the movie is like, hey, fuck Britain, Scotland #1, just Scotland forever, the movie. And and for some reason, there's rabbits that like ride logs like sled dogs, and they ride the logs, and they're all wearing NFL jersey jumpsuits. And I never figured that out because there's literally like one of the rabbits is wearing a fucking Miami Dolphins jersey as a jumpsuit.
Wait,
It's special. Hold on.
I want to get one of these fucking chicks with the giant boobs. It's really weird. The movie is just filled with these women that are just.
They all have dump truck asses, and you're just like, fuck's going on here?
Here, wait. Let's get the other one up. It's the weirdest shit. I've only ever seen the Saber Spark video for it, though. I've never seen it myself.
What the fuck? Alan Cummings was in this too? I didn't know he was in there.
Wait, did you say Alan Cummings?
He was in this movie.
Holy
I didn't know he was
shit.
in here. Remember the budget went? Sean Connery and Alan Cummings. That was it.
That's why the CGI looks so goddamn bad.
Yeah.
Here, wait. Let me get another. This is fucked up, man.
The whole thing is just it's special.
I don't know how. I think the lowest quality animated film I ever had growing up. So, a lot of people apparently have just had that one weirdo film in their childhood. I think it's a tie for me between Anastasia and the Rankin Bass Christmas specials. Those are the only ones I remember being jank. But even, Anastasia being jank, high bar. I never had that one really, off-putting, low-quality animated film.
Dude, I'll tell you one that's not like low quality in any regard. It's actually very, very high quality, but it is fucking jank when you go back and watch it as an adult.
What?
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully, yes!
Dude, Fern Gully's fucking weird.
Yeah, Fern Gully is...
Trip.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to throw this into the FluffCast channel here.
Alright, let me see.
This is what I'm talking about all the rabbits for some reason are wearing NFL jersey jumpsuits.
What the fuck? Why are they all wearing NFL jersey jumpsuits?
I don't know. Like, one's even wearing a fucking helmet. One's wearing like looks like a Brazilian uniform.
You want me to tell you why for real?
Yeah, it's a
these are
Brazilian
leftover
football
assets that have
uniform,
been
yeah.
recycled into this movie.
I fully believe it. Oh
This-
god. I'm sorry. I'm finding more and more stuff.
As we uncover Sir Billy from the ashes.
You know what,
Sir
Virgil,
Billy.
you're absolutely right over there in the chat. Fern Gully does feature one of the best performances by Tim Curry.
Jesus
And Robin
Christ.
Williams.
Always do. One day I'm just gonna we're gonna do like a FluffCast rendition of Sir Billy. I'll do Sir Billy as Titus, and we'll all do a dramatic reading of Sir
Okay.
Billy.
Okay, like, we did Kung Pao. I don't know if we can do Sir Billy.
I believe in us. We did that. We tried to do My Immortal too.
Yeah.
That went about as well as it could be.
No,
Especially-
Kung Pao is still legendary to this day. I
Kung-
can't believe we ruined the movie for that many people that way.
We did. It was beautiful.
What, Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
Yeah, we were doing
yeah.
a stream of it back in the day on the FluffCast, and because everyone there has seen that movie a million fucking times, we were all able to quote the entire movie's dialogue from beginning to end about 3 seconds before the dialogue itself came up in the movie. So we just literally spoiled every line in the whole goddamn thing.
Jesus Christ.
Line by line, all the way through.
We
And
had
if one of us
nothing-
didn't know a line, somebody else did.
That's it. It's like we had nothing written down. We did not plan this to happen. It's just we were taken over by the Kung Pao and just
My
went
finger
bananas
points.
on it. Let me know if you see the Radio Shack.
What? I've seen the movie once, and I think I was immediately I was begrudgingly watching it because I was in my douchebag contrarian phase, and my one friend was just like, Andy, you gotta watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist. You gotta watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist. And I
Yeah,
was
Kung
like,
Pao Enter
dude.
the Fist is one of the most brilliant shit posts ever made.
Funkshire, if you're about to say you gotta watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist, I swear to God.
You know what? I was gonna highly recommend it to you because I mean,
I
All
would highly
right.
recommend Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung
Actually,
Fu Hustle too.
Kung Fu Hustle is
Hustle 2 is
fucking
great.
amazing.
All right.
And like, God, there's so many like really good, like not serious martial arts movies. Like Drunken Master by Jackie Chan. Both of those are good. I also recommend Kung Fu Zombie, which is a shitpost of a movie I found for like $4 on FYE.
5 Deadly Venoms. That's a good one.
What
Five
about
Deadly Venoms.
Killer Bean?
Killer Bean, I have not watched. I've seen the Saber Spark video on it. It seems very interesting. Have
Hmm.
not watched it.
Killer
Okay.
Bean looks like a fucking madman's wet dream.
There's so much Killer Bean lore. It like goes deep. Critical talks a lot about it. Critical got into Killer Bean. Like Critical has a role in Killer Bean now because of how much he loves it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was like,
Alright.
here's something funny.
Hmm?
I was scrolling through my Twitter for a second, and then I popped over to my Tumblr because I still have one because I'm a 14-year-old girl, and I keep getting notifications this day on a half-ass drawing I did a long while back of the I can't even think of his name now. Not the Doomslayer, but the anti-Doomslayer. What was his name?
The
Isabel.
Marauder.
The Marauder. Yes, I drew the Marauder like as a sketch, and I still get shit on that. I like, why are you the most popular thing I've ever drawn? What
To
the
be
fuck is so
fair,
special
it's a
about you?
pretty fucking cool sketch, bro.
Let me see. What is it?
I don't see it because to me it's like I'm like, okay, this is I didn't do that great on this one. That's cool. Fine,
I'm not
whatever.
gonna lie to you, man. The fucking nature of what you drew is helping a lot because of the presentation of it. The sketchiness of it just kind of feels more savage, like the Marauder's design itself.
That's probably like the same thing.
Can you
with
throw
like
it?
that picture of Queek I did. Like I did Queek Head Taker.
Oh my god, I love that Queek picture.
And like somebody left this really super nice comment on it. I was like, that's the nicest thing anybody has ever said to me about anything I've ever drawn. And so like I actually have like the whole thing. But no, this was the Marauder. I was still trying to figure out what fucking pencil I was using. And like he turned out looking like that. And people are eating him up. And I'm like, well, okay, well, if you guys like him, have fun.
So
Oh
that's what I'm saying.
my
I think the
god, dude, I
savage nature of the
love
design
this.
Helps a lot with the sketch, like cover up.
Jesus Christ, Funk, you gotta be less modest.
I'm not very confident in any ability I have except for like fist fighting. That's it.
Put that on
I-
a t-shirt.
But that
It's
was
the
like,
grittiness of the lines that helps it pop. It is a
Mhm.
dark
Yes.
character.
I guess so, because that was like when I first kind of figured out, like, oh, if I use this watercolor brush, it makes a really good rough draft for me to go back and draw over. Because like, you can look at anything I do now, I use that watercolor brush to make a rough draft before I start up.
Alright, there's the Marauder. Here we go.
That's always something to remember. Is line thickness and texture always like makes a difference depending on what you're actually fucking drawing.
Do you have
Yeah.
your Queek on you that you could show send me? Because I've only got a stock image of Queek up.
I've got, let's see, I think I've got the one that's still got the comment attached to it. Hold on.
Alright.
Where are you?
So for the uninitiated, Queek Headtaker is a rat from the Warhammer Fantasy Universe. His big thing is that he's batshit insane, and he has schizophrenia. He believes that the severed heads on his back talk to him and tell him shit, like where to go, how to fight things, where to find better targets and shit. And half the time, the things they say are correct. Like
That's
one
it.
of
That and like since he's a fucking Skaven, he's determined to prove he's the toughest goddamn thing in the universe. So far, he's been pretty on point with it.
and they fucking whatever. We won't talk about it. They killed him like a bitch in End Times, but whatever. You pick and choose your own lore with End Times.
Yeah, End Times was something.
Here
I
we
was
go.
I was pretty happy to see that Thanquol and Bone Ripper made it. So
Icket Claw made it. I like Icket.
that's it. I found something really neat the other day, a while back before I got in on the Games Workshop boycott. They start releasing these things called like the Broken Realms sets, which is like different factions with some harder to find models all boxed together.
Oh fuck.
And they had a Skaven one. The Skaven one has a warp lightning cannon. It has the Warlock Bombardier, and it has 3 Storm Vermin in it.
Wait, they have a Globadier?
They did not have a Globadier.
They just had a
Well,
Bombardier.
Bombardier, the Warlock Bombardier, the one with the little rocket launcher.
Oh, that must not be. I I only know my units from Warhammer, Total War Warhammer. My apologies. Look
No,
at my.
like,
They have they have rocket launcher Skaven. Are you kidding me? And they haven't put
Oh,
them
yeah.
in the game yet.
They're in Age of Sigmar as the Warlock Bombardier. He's got like it looks like he basically just has like an RPG hooked up to his backpack that he launches.
Oh my god.
And you get those in the not Storm Vermin, there's 3 Storm Fiends, and you get a Lightning Arc Cannon. And I got that because it was like all separate. Those models were like $150, but like in this little pack they were like $85. I was like,
Oh.
fuck it, I'm getting that.
How many models is that total? 80 for $85.
Like 5 high tier models that are hard to get
Oh.
nowadays.
And they got Storm Fiends. Fuck.
Yep. And Storm Fiends are
Yeah.
like
And Storm Fiends
Storm
are those
Fiends
are those
and,
big, right?
they're big. They're like the Hulk. They're like rat ogres with weapons welded to them.
I know that, but like the model itself, how big is it compared to your average, mini?
About as big as a dreadnought.
Jesus Christ.
They're pretty good size. Oh, I'm sorry, Menthol. I spoke over you.
Oh no, you're good. I was gonna ask if you'd showed off Barry Two Chopper yet.
I have not. Do I have a picture of him on here?
Also, I put a old picture you drew from a while back so you can see like the jump in progress.
Oh wow. God.
That was me drawing Jiraiya, and Jiraiya was a lot of fun. I spent more time on that belt than I did anything else on that, which was kind of funny to me.
Here,
'Cause I had a
let's
good reference from Common Rider, dude.
That's
All right.
it. I was like, I got to make it good.
That's my style. I steal.
so for the audience, the one on the right is more modern funk. This is what year funk would this be? This on the left here?
Both of these are like
Shit.
2020. So
Both of them are 20?
yeah, like
No, that last
No.
one, the fucking Jiraiya one, is not 2020. That's
No,
like
not Jiraiya.
2015.
Well, he doesn't have Jiraiya up on the screen.
No, I
yet.
do have dry up on this. Oh, it's slightly delayed. I just put it up.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. No, Jiraiya. Yeah, that's like 2015 when we were doing the mutagen campaign.
Oof.
So that was a minute ago.
This is a ways
see.
back.
God.
That's when I had Tomok Thread Twister, the Bardarian, who couldn't find anybody to sing his praises, so he said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself."
And then ended up getting the Mimic King in the fucking dumbest way ever.
It was beautiful. He was the best stealth weapon I've ever had. Here we go. This is the other day I was been a little bit. I haven't started on them again. I was working on my orcs, and on the far right in the front is Barry Two Chopper, who's kind of like become my little mascot because I accidentally put 2 choppers on him, and I said, "Fuck it, you know what? He's Barry Two Chopper now."
You know what? I like that. Barry 2 Choppa.
You got 2 choppers.
You got the
Time to
boy
go to work.
boy on the left, though. He ain't doing anything. He ain't got no arms.
I was experimenting because I said, I'm not sure if it'd be easier to put their arms on and then paint them, or paint them and then put the arms on, because sometimes there's like little details you can't get to after I put a gun on them.
Yep. No, I understand
So-
entirely.
As I'll fuck with it. I'll see what happens.
I watch, do you know Goobertown Hobbies?
I've heard of them. I've not watched them.
What's it called? Just when the plague started, I really wanted to get into minis, but I had to move, and I was working at a Lowe's where I could have bought everything, but no dice. Anyway, I was watching him, and I think he keeps everything on. He assembles the whole thing and then starts painting. But
There are a lot of people that do that, and like since I got my hands on a paint handle for the first time ever, I never had one. But about a year or so ago, a dude had a listing on Facebook Marketplace where he was selling the entirety of the Dark Imperium starter set, which was like Chaos versus Space Marines, all his paints and a bunch of other shit for like $70.
oh my god,
And so basically, I got like $400 worth of shit for $70. And I showed it to a friend of mine. I showed my friend Matt, who most of y'all know from the Discord. And I showed him, and he was just like, "You robbed that man. You literally robbed that man. That man gave you $400 worth of shit, and you robbed that man." I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I paid the man good money. Capitalism happened. So I've started
He
using a
named
paint
his
handle. They're
price
pretty
and you
handy.
gave it to him.
That's
Yep.
it. He's like, I was just because I bought it off Facebook Marketplace, I feel like I deserved the deal because there's a good chance I could have got shanked. Now I've got the start collecting orcs box, and I bought a couple orcs over the years, mainly like not some flash kits. I got some Ludas. I got some bikers. Because I love work vehicles because they have a chance to explode and damage your enemy if they die. And I'm like, that's the kind of shit I need.
That's the best.
Also, here's a better shot of unpainted Barry 2 Chopper. 2 Chopper, I'm sorry.
All right.
For the uninitiated, is in fact, yes, he is a Full Metal Alchemist reference.
Let's
'Cause I was
see.
sitting
here.
there and I was like, I'm gonna name him something. And I looked over and sitting on my bookshelf were all my Full Metal Alchemist manga, and I was like, fuck, he's Barry 2 Chopper.
Boom. All right. We're at
Barry.
about an hour and a half in, so let's bring in a couple callers. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
All right,
Bring it on.
callers, get your shit together. Get ready. Come on in with a question to ask. Let's fucking go.
Orange Juice, welcome to the FluffCast.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. Talk to
Hello,
us,
Good
man.
evening. How are you
Good
guys
evening.
doing?
Oh, we're all
Hi.
good here.
I'm doing good too.
How's your night going, man?
Bud?
How's your night going?
OJ, you there?
Oh yeah, hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
Was
Okay,
he
I'm back.
not ready to get called into the FluffCast?
No,
what?
no. I
What
was
is the point?
ready.
We need to start
I was
calling
playing.
names.
You know
Have
what?
you seen the? I was playing Back for Blood, and it's literally just Left 4 Dead, which ain't a bad thing. But like, if I wanted to play Left 4 Dead, I just get it. It's supposed to be
Yeah, right.
$60. That's way too much.
That's
What's
what everybody was saying. The second Bad for Blood got shown off. It's just like, what the fuck? This is just Left 4 Dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's just Left 4 Dead, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, Left 4 Dead is
Yeah.
fun, so Back for Blood is fun, but it's supposed to be $60 when it comes out.
Well,
yeah, right. No, that should have been a 40
no.
release.
That's disgusting.
the first I googled Back for Blood, and the first thing I see is a top story from Kotaku. Back for Blood beta. Players think they hear zombies yelling the N-word. Thanks,
Oh, wow.
Kotaku.
Awesome.
That's real fucking gaming
mean-
journalism.
That's,
I wanna-
that's top tier shit.
I would be scared because I've been called the N word
Yes.
several times. Every time it was terrifying.
Yeah, I think the gamers that they surveyed were probably schizophrenic.
Well, hey man, I'm schizophrenic. It's all right.
That's cool. It's cool.
Just remember, kids,
Only
it's
the
okay to
real
talk to
schizos know
yourself.
what's up.
It's okay to talk to yourself. It's not alright to have a full blown argument with yourself. That's when you gotta worry.
Yep. So OJ, tell me about your time with Fluffies. What are you working on right now? What kind of progress are you making on your current projects, or what have you seen that you like?
I don't know, everything. I've just been a fan of it. The art styling, the writing. It's I don't think it's necessarily that they're fluffies, but I think the community as a whole they seem really passionate about what they're doing, and I can appreciate that a lot.
Now
Oh, yeah.
you joined the server recently. Are you new to the Fluffy thing, or
Somewhat new, a few months, yeah.
a few months?
Somewhat new.
Christ.
And I've been, I'm enjoying myself. I've been seeing a lot of different boxes, and I mean they're all pretty interesting to me.
You know,
I can tell that like the people, like I said, like literally 5 seconds ago, people definitely care about this, and I can really appreciate that.
literally
Not to
fucking.
put you on the spot, but you got a particular way you leaning?
Not really. I mean, I like seeing Fluffies getting crushed. That's pretty funny. But I also like seeing them, I don't know, be happy. I don't know. It is fun to squish something under your foot. That's great.
The duality
Yeah,
of
weird
man. I also
Mm.
like seeing him be happy.
Weird
It's
box.
Yeah, I
alright
mean,
to be
I
neutral.
could pet one, but I could also smash it with like use it as a baseball.
It's all right to be neutral. A lot of us on the cast are.
I'm a neutral guy myself.
So, what now? Do all the different boxes just come from? I was thinking about this the other day. All the different box names, they all come from just derivatives of hug box, right? Or
I have no idea.
I'm
It is.
asking the
is.
boys. Okay.
Probably.
absolutely
I don't
is.
know why
Well.
exactly it started becoming weird box, sad box.
It
I
started
assume
because
it's
of
just
Hugbox, because
Yeah.
the thing for autistic people.
It just kind of happened like one day. People started talking about it, and I was like, "What's up with all the boxes?"
Yeah,
they
because
live
what it
in
was
boxes.
people making fun of other users that were like, "No, they're not for abuse. Stop it, stop it, stop it!" Like doing that whole thing, freaking out about it in the
Yeah.
threads.
Yep.
And it was like, "Oh, you poor baby, do you need your hug box? Do you need your hug box? Are you having a fucking panic attack? Oh, you get the
Jesus
fuck out of my
fucking
thread,
pacifier,
scrub!"
bro.
Like they were doing that. So it
Isn't
got
that-
associated
Speaking
with
of that
term.
fucking troll, back when shit was put on fucking trash, And one day out of the blue, I saw it on Trash, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen Fluffies in ages. Let me give it a look. That motherfucker who was always calling us these inhuman, like subhuman trash stuff like that, he's still in those fucking threads.
There's still a freaking guy who's obsessed, just skulking in the
Yes.
threads.
It's sort of like there's another like person on 4chan, they call him Barney Fag. Anytime you
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the guy makes the threads himself or something, but supposedly he's got like a script where it notifies him to just like stir shit if you're like talking about like others. I can't remember what exactly.
No, okay, so Barney Fag, I know Barney Fag. If you post an image, okay, so he's got a bot hooked up to Derpy the big My Little Pony image database. And what happens is if the bot detects anywhere on 4chan a file from Derpy being posted, it sends out an automated message that says, fuck off and die, Barney Fag, and it has the picture of like Barney on the same like time slot as My Little Pony or some shit. And the reason he does this is because this is a mentally damaged person who
I was gonna say, like, yeah, this reminds me a lot of the dude that was buying the Rosalina amiibos.
I think
Jesus.
I think it was. I'm trying to think why exactly he's losing his cool, but I think he had to deal with mentally challenged people in his school who were obsessed with Barney or something, and he just has PTSD from Barney the dinosaur. So the fact that he looks at My Little Pony and he sees like Barney on the same time slot, he just thinks that they're all fucking like sent from Satan or some shit to get him.
I feel bad for the guy who has fucking Barney PTSD.
Yeah, if you think you got it bad, at least you don't got Barney fucking PTSD.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like
I'm suffering from PTSD.
that's the same old fucked up as the reason why the Domino's doesn't use the Noid anymore.
Didn't they bring him back?
They brought
Just
him back.
recently?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They have him for an advertising campaign right now.
I guess I forgot about that guy almost killing everybody because he was schizophrenic
Mm-hmm.
and his last name was Noid, so they would be like, avoid the Noid, and he was like, why does Domino's hate me? So he went to his local Domino's with a shotgun and basically like took everybody hostage.
The fuck?
Real shit.
Dude, that's what the Noid would do.
Dude, that's something the Noid would so do.
Mm-hmm.
He's the real
Oh, yeah.
Noid.
So
But like, I'm gonna step on these pizzas and fucking annoy the hell out of everybody. So, just get ready for it, bitch.
Christ. Let me see. What color is an AK-47?
It's like
Black and
gray and
brown.
orange.
Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Thank you.
Speaking of ads gone wrong, orange juice. You ever hear of a particular type of advertising called grave-vertising?
Say that again?
Grave-vertising?
No, I have not heard of grave-vertising.
Would you believe me if I told you a video game tried to do it?
Oh my, are you talking about a claim?
I'm talking indeed about put Shadow Man on your grave to win a free copy of Shadow Man.
Oh my god.
When you said grave-vertising, I thought it was like a gray, like the color, and it was just some weird term. I didn't know you meant literally put shit on a grave.
Yeah,
Yeah, you put it on your headstone.
That's
and they
super
put it
fucked
fucking
up.
put it on your final resting place, dude.
Yeah, if you
Wow.
already have your plot laid out, you put that on your headstone and leave it there, and they'll just give you a fucking copy of the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In my will, I will have it requested that Wario be put on my grave. To advertise the new Wario Land game.
Can
One
I
of the
get
most
Wario 60 or Wario for Virtual Boy on my gravestone, please?
There
Can I
you go.
please get one fling smash, please?
No, one of the most infamous was apparently Burnout had a promotion in the UK where they were trying to push the game, and they said, "Hey everyone, Burnout releases on this day. If you get caught driving too fast and get a speeding ticket on this day, just send it to us and we'll cover it." And the UK government went, "What the fuck?"
You've given people a free pass to drive like
What
maniacs.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
You've
That's
turned.
why I like
Yeah, they
being in a
freak
video
out.
game. You guys see that? There was like a Russian game show where you would get a car and you had to evade the police for like an hour, and if you did, you got to keep the car. It was awesome.
I believe Russia would do that.
Yep.
I think it was like, what was it? It was
Putin's
it was
wild
for a
ride.
certain cause, like to make people not want to speed or something like that. And it worked for a little bit, but it was so expensive because they had to keep buying cars, so they had to stop it.
They need to get more like they need to get better police. Jesus.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think I don't know. It was something about the police or trying to like decrease the crime rate, and it worked, but it was too expensive to keep up.
Oh yeah, that also reminds me of like all the bullshit about name your child Dovahkiin and get a free Skyrim special edition. And I'm like, does that mean you get a
Did
free
that
one every
actually
time they
happen?
re-release it? This is why people don't believe, or this is why I'm a very big proponent of we just need to sterilize the nerds. It's like we're gonna look at your Steam library. If there's Skyrim in there, that's a free snipping. Don't worry about it. We'll handle it. I got scissors.
Well, you get a free vasectomy.
Price.
You get a free vasectomy for every Skyrim you got.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like how many editions of Skyrim do you own? 8. Okay, well hold on a minute. I got to get the good scissors or that shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you gotta get a new
Show up with some garden shears and start work.
How
I don't
many-
do good vasectomy, so I get you a better doctor.
How many times have you guys bought Skyrim?
Once.
0.
Never.
None. Never bought Skyrim.
Fuck, I'm on 2.
Looks
Damn
like I'm
it.
getting a vasectomy.
Shit,
Yeah,
no,
if
I'm
you
getting the
ask me, like,
vasectomy. I'm on
yeah,
2.
they
I'm
keep
like,
them all.
yeah, I can
And
answer
until
that
fairly
one.
recently, I had too shitty of a computer to play any good games, so I'm not on it.
Well, congratulations, because Skyrim is not a particularly good game. It's a fun game, but
It's not good. That's the thing.
The-
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
best part about it is you can mod in the dragon stuff to where
Mhm.
it's like Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon or Thomas the Tank Engine or what have you.
Yup. Or you
That
fuck
shit's
up like
great.
me. I fucked up and like a friend of mine was like, dude, I got a really good mod pack off the Nexus. And I was like, well, that's really cool. What is it? And he's like, it's immersive. It does this. I said, cool. What's the name of it? And he told me the name, and the name was like Wonderful Mod or something. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to belch into the mic. And I looked it up, found what I thought was it, installed it. I was like, okay, cool. Like, oh man, everything does look great. Like the dragons look cooler. The dragons are harder to kill. This is awesome. Then I like got caught stealing something a Whiterun, and one of the guards coming to me, and like I looked at the bottom, and there was a, is there some other way I can pay for this?
Oh no.
And I was like, the fuck is that?
Oh no.
Thinking like it was gonna be like a new thing. No, it was like hardcore gay sex that just happened right there. And I was like, wait a fucking minute. And I went and pulled the list, and like down at the bottom it was something like erotic adventures with guards. And I was like, why don't you put that in bold goddamn text? I was like, this is terrifying, because it wouldn't have been so bad if it hadn't been 2 people doing it like in the Arnold voice. So it's like, oh, what are you doing? Don't put that there. No. And I'm just like, no. Stop, please.
Dovahkiin,
You're
yell
like a
into my
fuck to me,
asshole.
man.
Dovahkiin, what you doing? Not a tumor. It's my prostate. And you're just like, no, I want to go home. Yeah, that was terrifying. Then I had to go find it, and I was like, well, how do I uninstall it? So I ended up just uninstalling all the mods, and I was like, guess I'm not playing Skyrim no more.
All right,
That's
here's a
it,
round
yeah.
table question. Everyone here, what's the game you think you've purchased the most copies of?
There.
I don't purchase multiple copies of a game, man.
It's happened to me though. I've definitely had to do it.
Like I've gotten some across the years where it's like a re-release of a collection or whatever.
Oh, give me a sec.
Let me pull up my old Steam library.
It
here.
might be Crackdown.
Cause like Metal Gear Solid 3, I've bought like fucking 4 copies of that, like 2-3 copies of Resident Evil 4.
I see. I'd buy 2 copies of
Okay.
Resident Evil 4, but what might have happened to me is that I would like, back when trading your games was a thing, I might have like sold a game, then rebought it, then sold it again, then rebought it. And all right, it's Dragon Age Origins. I've bought Dragon Age Origins the most amount of times. I've exchanged money for that game so many times now. I was just finally like, fuck it, it's going in the vault, and someday I'll play it. But for now, it's just in my fucking game collection.
I haven't
me-
really rebought a lot of games. I usually get it once and I'm good because I take care of my
Mhm.
shit.
For me,
It's
it's
the
The
fucking
Witcher 2.
consoles that I had to keep buying. Like the PS2 was notorious for just dying on me. I went through like 3 of those fuckers till I got the PS2 Slim, and that's the one that actually stayed alive.
Christ.
Mm.
Damn. I
think I bought, like-
had the. Go ahead. I'm
I bought,
sorry.
like, Captain Toad like 4 times. I bought it like twice
Wha-
on my 3DS because I lost one of them. I bought it on the Wii and then I bought it on the Switch. It's a good
Nice.
ass game.
Was
I love
Captain
playing
Toad on
it.
the
That is a good one.
Was Captain Toad on the Wii? Or I thought it was just like on the Wii U.
Or I meant the Wii U, yeah.
Oh,
on the
okay,
Wii U.
okay.
I think it's like The Witcher 2 because I originally bought it for the PC when it came out, and this was before like I knew anything about PC gaming. So I bought it. My PC couldn't run it worth a damn, so I was like, "Well, shit." I just didn't play it. Well, about a year later, I found they released it for the Xbox 360, and so I saw like a collector's edition in a mall. Where were we at? We were in Memphis. And I saw it I saw the special edition. I got it, and it came in like the Witcher medallion, came with the game, um, maps, and all kind of cool shit. I still got all that stuff. Bought it. I let my cousin borrow it. His girlfriend fucking stole it. And so I was like, well, shit. And a couple years later, or not a couple years, but like a couple months later, I bought the game again for the 360 to play it. And got pretty far in it. Actually, never finished it. I apparently misplaced that copy. It's probably my brother's house because I've not seen it since I moved. And then recently, I went to a local place and they had a copy for the 360 with like a really cool cover I'd never seen before for $3. So I just bought it and I was like, well, fuck it. Now I got it. So
Oh,
I don't know that like that's it.
I wish I could say it was anything else because I wish I could say it was Devil May Cry 3 specifically more than anything else. I wish I could say it was that. But unfortunately, it's not. The game that I have unequivocally bought the most of is Skullgirls.
Oh yeah.
I have bought 28 fucking copies of Skullgirls.
What?
Yep.
And I will tell you why. Because I used to do a lot of giveaways on the Boru.
Oh, fucking.
And I used to give those out as like Christmas gifts and shit to people too on Steam. Just, hey, there's a 4-pack on there for like $15. I'm gonna buy that, give them out.
That's 4 presents for $15. Fuck, that's
Can't
really
beat it.
that's really smart. Actually, I should.
No,
do that.
actually, what's even better, in some cases, I would wait until after the sale was off. So if they check the price, it would be inflated in value.
So you like buy it in the summer sale and hold on to it for months.
Mhm.
So that way the gift seems better. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Man.
Life hacks. Total scumbag tech, but yeah, you know.
It's
too.
it's based in wholesome pilled. I like it.
Taste in the wholesome pill. That's a new pill.
Oh yeah. It's it's that Pfizer brand, yeah.
It tastes like grapes.
Yep.
What do you think the red pill tastes like?
Roofies.
Yeah. They both taste like roofies, that's the answer.
Probably tastes like mercury.
Funny enough, here's a young funk story. I was a bouncer by the time I was 17 because they didn't give a shit if you just showed up and you're 6'5". So, well, I'm 6'3". But I showed up and I was like, hey, I heard you guys are hiring bouncers. So they hired me. And we had a guy on staff who'd been there for a while. And it was kind of sad to say this. And he thought of himself as Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse. But I was like, you're bouncing at a small venue in a small town that mainly caters to teenage, bands. That's kind of weird, dude. But he claimed that roofies had no effect on him. That he could tell what they tasted like, and they had no effect on him whatsoever. And that he could just tank a roofie. And because it was a bar, they actually had some because like they had taken them away from people. Had a box in the back.
I was thinking,
They-
where the fuck did y'all get Rohypnol?
Oh, we got them there because basically what it was, the guy who owned the place would box these things. He kept them in the back, and then I think it was every Friday or something before we started up, the cops would come by and take like all that shit. I can't remember how he did it. It's like I said, I was 17. This is 17 years ago. But so we went back there. One of the other guys had been there a while. I said, well, let's try. I said, here. He said, here, this is one of them. We'll put it in something. You could pick whatever you want to drink. We'll put it in there, and we'll see how the fuck you handle it. I ain't cool. I'll do it. So they got him a glass. I think they poured him some Jack or something because he wanted to sound tough. And they threw it in there, and he said, all right. And he took his shot, and he's like, yeah. And he didn't get yeah out of his mouth where he was on the fucking ground. He got the yeah, and just hit the ground like a fucking sack of potatoes. And we're like, that was it. That's the exact noise he made. It was just yeah. And then he just hit the ground. I was like, okay, what do we do with him? We drug him outside and left him sitting outside in one of the patio chairs thinking, oh, he'll be all right. And then kind of went on with the night and didn't really realize it because we didn't have anybody working the door. We all stayed inside that night because it was cold. It started to rain, and this dude slept through like icy cold ass rain for like 2-3 hours. We finally pulled him in, and he is drenched, like down to the point like even his socks are just soaking ass wet. And he woke up later, and he was just like, "Why am I cold? Who pissed my pants?" And then passed right back out.
Why am I cold?
I just looked at him. I was like, "Roll Tide, yo."
Roll fucking Tide.
I didn't know what to do with that at all. I was just like, I'm gonna go over here. You know what?
I mean,
I'm
like,
gonna go
what do
lay
you
down.
do with that situation, man?
I don't know what to
You
do.
gotta
Just
do-
like,
Yeah, he dug his own fucking grave in this case.
exactly. It's like that, and then like that time when I was actually in college, and I worked as a bouncer for a little bit, and I worked at the only strip club for about 200 miles in South Mississippi. Well, I'm sorry, 90 miles, because if you went 90 miles south, you get down to Biloxi and all where I live now, and there was a strip club here. And let me tell you, if you've seen Deadpool 2, they got that big bit at the beginning where it's like the strip club in Biloxi. There ain't no strip club like that in Biloxi. It's like a house trailer with some girl in the back, and she got to unroll her titties to get her top on every night. So I was working at this one called the Outer Limits, and it was the sketchiest place, and I was so glad they just had me work the door. So I was working the door, and the thing is, it was only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Thursday nights were ladies' night, which I thought at first meant like, oh, ladies get half off. I was like, okay, lesbians want to see titties too. No, Thursday meant that they brought in male strippers.
Yeah,
And let me tell you,
Chippendales.
Chippendale, they
Woo!
brought them guys in. And let me tell you this: those little ladies you see at church got the little purse bag, and she's over there like, "Oh, God bless you, Sonny. You know that's what Jesus do." She has not seen a dick in 25 years, and she gets on that stage, she will take that man down. She will take that man, because I got called in one night because one lady got up there and they could not stop her. It was like Fleece Johnson just saw somebody bend over pick up a football. It was fucking terrible.
Right.
All of a sudden, my little walkie-talkie goes off, and I was like, "We got a situation on the dance floor." And I get in there, and like they are trying to carry this woman off. I say, little lady, she was about 5'2", about 350 on the hoof, and she had one of our bouncers around her leg, trying to get up on the stage, and that poor boy dancing was just looking like, "No, please don't do this to me." And we were trying our best to get her out of there, and we are just like, "Run, save yourself!" And he's like, "I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got shoes on." I'm like, "Fuck you and run."
Jeez.
They finally got him out of there, and that poor guy, I have never seen a man that shook in my life. Like that poor guy, he was sitting in the back and he was crying. We went to check on him, like, "Dude, are you okay? Like, do we need to call somebody?" I mean, we finally had to call the cops, and like they had to pepper spray this lady, like get her down. Like, Jesus, it was bad. Because like,
Shit. Speaking
not
of
only,
calling the cops. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, no, I was saying, not mighty.
Christ alive, man. Couple of kids, don't you
Yup.
know?
Thought he had a
Hey,
soundboard
first
ready to
time.
go.
Oh, man. All right, let's get our next guest here. Hello, Patrick. Welcome to the FluffCast.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh,
Hey,
it's
hey.
pretty good, let me tell you.
Heard that. Holy shit.
Ah, you just get it's a lot better than what we're used to, or how it used
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
this is the usual shit for us.
Okay. You're used to it, I guess. Um, I did have a question. What was it? It was back when were talking about video games. Like, what's the biggest shock you got gameplay wise, not story wise, from a game? Like something that just popped out and scared the shit out of you or something like that.
I will.
I'm
I
sorry.
will
Like-
easily give my answer right off top because MC Chris has a fucking fantastic video ranting about this exact topic. It is in Resident Evil 4 when they start hitting you with cutscene based fucking QTEs. Like MC Chris
Yup.
said, "Hell no, you ain't got time to smoke a bowl. Press A, jump, gypsy, jump."
Jump,
Shoot him in the
head. Damn it, Krauser!
This ain't a cutscene. It's part of the game, son. What are you doing? His shotgun's on fire. What are you reloading? We did that shit for you.
He
Yeah,
killed your parents.
yeah,
Like, I can get with that, because that was something like the first time QTEs popped up on the scene. That was a fucking trip. Like, and
I had a
then
fucking heart attack.
then, like a year later, they're just overdone like as hell, and we were like, well, oh boy. So
Like my thing has to be recently was I played Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
oh yeah,
Phenomenal.
Wait. Is this spoilers? I haven't played the game.
I'm not going to spoil any story.
Okay, thank God.
It's
Keep
just with the final boss.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not saying what it is. It's just I'm fighting him. Stage 2 comes around. I'm like, all right, I'm getting in the groove. All of a sudden, he pulls out a Glock, and I'm not ready.
No, nobody was
Yeah,
ready for the Glock.
that's the one that everybody always talks about with that game. Is like as soon as that shit comes out, you're going, "What? No, dude, you can't do that."
You're just like, what? No, what? No, you
Wait,
can't have a 3-round magazine.
He has a Glock. All right,
He
I
has a
don't want. I
Glock.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'll ask you guys later.
What's even better to me? Same game was the fucking
Big Monk.
Chris Wells.
All right,
not
well,
the big monk,
I'm.
not the big monk.
Do I have
the
to
monkey?
wait? How do I mute myself? Fuck! I can't. Damn it.
It's the headphone icon.
Yeah,
Okay,
hit
but then they
hit that
can't
I'll send
hear
you a
you.
message when we're good.
But then they can't hear you.
Oh, that's true.
Ah, well, no, on your Discord, they should be able just to you should be able to deafen yourself, and we'll be able to talk, and they should hear us on the stream.
I took my
Hello,
headphones
we'll
off. I took my
just-
headphones off. Keep
I'll-
going. Just message me when you're done talking.
Okay, he's got his headphones on. The Guardian Apes fight, that shit, that jacked me up the first time because I was not prepared. I stayed away from like spoilers and everything, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like that was a pretty tough fight. Woo. Then it's like, why was the wall not going away? I should be able to leave.
And it just starts wriggling around. And you're like, no, I have no more health.
It's like, oh god, I have one healing bottle. That's it.
That one got me first too. But then the second version of him, I'm like, okay, it's just the ape again. And then another one pops up behind. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't do this.
That one actually made me feel like shit because I focused on him, and if you kill him first and don't kill the mate, she just gets sad and dies.
Yeah.
And
But
I was like,
it-
oh, I'm a monster.
I can't. It's hard enough to like.
Go ahead.
I don't know, man. It's just shit like that in games. Just scared. Like, give me something. Like, let me know what's gonna happen next before you just pop up and just hit me with the Glock 3 times.
Oh yeah, like
Pop, pop, pop.
one that got me was the first time Skyward Sword came out.
I didn't
I-
play
I-
that.
Oh, the new one fixed it, but when it first came out, it came out on the original Wii, and everything was motion control. Like it was like you moved around like normal, but you had to swing your sword. And this would have been fine if there was like a way you could like crit the enemy and go on, but no, you had to sit there and just beat the shit out of them, and you're having to fight like 5-6 enemies in a row. So by the time you're done, your arm feels like fucking jello. So
Mm.
I never finished Skyward Sword because of that. So I was like, maybe I'll get the new one day, but nah, that shit was that was wild.
How about you, Sam? What's your big shock in video games?
Probably when I was a little kid watching my uncle play Resident Evil.
Ah, the classic.
That one fucking
Mhm.
classic scene where the dog jumps through the window.
Oh, that yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Well, the
The
thing that
pants shitting my
ended
head
up
hurt around
fucking
the
up
world.
me and giving me nightmares is back when I was little in my kid's room. I
Oh,
slept
so-
in a bed
jeez.
right next to a big ass. It's basically like, I
I'm
want to
back.
say
We're good.
6
No
feet
spoilers.
wide. So basically, you could just jump anything to get in if they wanted.
Jesus.
And the neighbor dogs were also Doberman pinchers, just like the fucking dogs in there. So I kept hearing them barking at night and keep thinking, oh god damn it, I'm keep thinking the dog's gonna jump through my fucking
Any
window.
minute they're gonna come get
This
me.
is how it ends.
I don't know why they would come in through the window of all fucking things, but I know they're gonna do it, man.
You're gonna do it, by God! I can
It's a
smell 'em.
ground floor. It's pretty easy to break through that window. It's not
Reminds
like I'm
me of-
upstairs or anything.
Reminds me of you guys' earlier topics of like that one weird movie you guys all had as a kid to watch.
Mm.
One of you guys mentioned the Rankin Bass Christmas specials.
Yep.
Mine was the Rankin Bass Wind in the Willows movie.
Wind in the Willows. Is
You
that?
know, like
that-
Mr. Toad's Crazy Ride.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
secret of survival in a very nasty world.
Not
Is
the
that the
live
one?
action one. The animated one
Oh, wait. There's an animated Wind in the Willows.
by Rankin
Yeah.
Bass. Yeah,
It's
There
old
shall
as
is.
hell.
old as hell.
Let me see.
And
here.
when he went into the forest at night, that scared the shit out of any
I have to
like,
you
rewatch
just-
that then, huh?
demonic images on trees and like sounds like you'd hear like kind of things. It's
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I used to get kind of the same thing with the Disney Ichabod and the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, like that scene where he's like going through where he's got to go through the covered bridge. On the way to my grandmother's house, there is a covered bridge, or used to be. Hurricane got it years ago. But we used to ride over through that, and my grandmother would get over there, and she'd be like, "You boys want to watch a movie?" And be like, "Yeah." And she put that on one night, and I thought it was really cool because I've always liked scary things. But then on the way home, we had to go under that covered bridge, and I was like, "Oh no, I hope we get to there for the headless horseman." And like for the entire time till we went to that bridge, I swear I could see the headless horseman like behind every bush, just ready to come out and kill us all. And nobody would believe me because those little 6-year-old funks over there like, "Mom, headless horseman's up on the right. You might want to do something. This thing going goddamn faster."
It's I think the one that spooked me the most as a kid was Tales from the Crypt, and recently I've started getting over it because like Santa and me have been watching some episodes of it, and I have no problem watching it now. And as a child, when the show at night would scare me, it was literally just because it was fucking dark outside when the show come on.
The
If
puppet pops
I
up.
even saw the intro when they was going through the gates of the graveyard.
Yeah.
Nope, nope, nope. Little baby menthol turned the TV off, left the fucking room just in case that motherfucker does to come out of the
You
TV.
know what
I'm not
movie
having
I
it.
still haven't watched, but I should? It's this old horror movie called Seed People. Because they have like a lot of shots in the dark, these like prosthetic fucking monsters. There's a little kid to scare the shit out of me. But looking at the trailer as an adult, it looks cheesy as all hell, so I'll probably enjoy it. But as a kid, I tried renting that and watching it so many times,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
could never do it. I don't know why. I mean, I watched all the Friday 13th, Freddy Krueger movies, The Exorcist didn't do shit for me.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of horror movies growing up, so why the fuck did this thing like? Here's a picture of what those creatures look like. Like they just looked scary in the dark, and the way that it was
Yeah.
shot, like they
Yeah.
looked really scary as a kid.
That's just like I used to watch the X-Files all the time growing up. Always terrified of that one face in the intro. You know the one that's stretched out in
Yep.
blue? Like every time
Yeah.
I see that face, just chills down the spine. But I have no problem watching the show.
Dude, like one of the scariest movies in my childhood, honestly, was Ernest Scared Stupid. And if you watched it, you
That
probably
was
know
a
what I'm talking
great
about.
one.
It's so good, but that fucking troll was terrifying when you're like 8 and you see that shit.
Yeah, they
And
made that thing to look to scare children. It was great. I fucking used to
they
love that
did.
movie
Well, let
growing
me
up.
see. Troll earn.
Ernest, there's several, but like the main troll looks scary. All the other ones look kind of stupid, but then there's like the main one looks scary as hell.
Oh my god, with the teeth and it's got like two little. I think I got
Uh-huh.
the right one.
And there's like a part later on in the movie where he becomes more powerful and like he grows tentacles out of his face and shit, and like it's
Here,
like a
wait.
very graphic scene where you see him like like bursting out of his face and shit. But I recently discovered that troll was basically a reused prop from Tales of the Dark Side, and now it's not so scary because I'm like, really? Because this troll, if I might, I haven't found anything proving this, but if I'm looking at the two, there's a Tales of the Dark Side episode about like the Halloween Goblin, about a dude who doesn't give out candy, so he starts to get terrorized by the Halloween Goblin, and it looks almost just like this troll. And I'm gonna see if I can pull this up.
Is this the troll, by the way? I put in the.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the
that
troll.
is the troll.
Yeah, that's
Oh
the
my
troll.
god, that's the
Okay,
fucking
Yeah,
troll.
it was also fairly graphic for a kids movie because he would grab these kids and transform them into little figurines. You'd see them like slowly like morph into these little statuettes as they're screaming in horror.
Spooky shit.
Jesus Christ.
It was a great kids Halloween movie. I would defend that
It
till
was-
the end of day.
It was wonderful. Rest in peace, fucking Jim Varney. You were a goddamn treat. Like, okay, looking at it
I
now,
still
like,
get a chuckle from the one scene to where he's trying to find like the troll's weakness.
uh-huh.
And like one thing, apparently, like a mother's love and milk is somehow supposed to be bad for it. But
Yeah.
but the L gets like smudged out of the thing. He's like, "What is this? Miak? I need to find me some Miak."
What?
And then later in the movie, he's like, "Aha!" He pulls out a jar. "I gotcha. You did. Gotcha." He pulls out a jar and it says Miak, and the troll's like, "Wait, Miak?" It's like, "Yeah, I bet you didn't think I could find it this in this fucking season." Like it's a seasonal
Uh.
snack. Like nobody knows what the fuck it is, but he thought he was gonna use it against him, and it just screams at him, and then he flies away.
It's beautiful like that. And then like he defeats the troll by dancing with it and kissing it on the nose and like just showing the troll that much love. It's there the whole time like, "I'll fucking kill you, dear God, let me go." And he just like kisses it and its head explodes and it's fucking beautiful.
No, Ernest.
Also, I'm sorry.
Ernest. He was an advertising character, right? He was like in
He
commercials.
was an
Yeah, he
advertising.
started
Yeah.
off as an advertising character.
he was from Nashville. He was made by a Nashville advertising firm to basically make commercials. But then he ended up being really popular, so they actually made him a movie. And the first movie was Ernest Goes to Camp. Then there was like a slew of them. Ernest Goes to Camp is probably the best one. Ernest Scared Stupid is really good. There's like Ernest.
Ernest Goes to Jail's pretty good
Yeah,
too.
that one's good too. I've actually never seen that one.
Yeah,
So
he
I
ends
take
up
that
getting
back.
like there's like a bit to where every time he gets like electrocuted in that movie, he gets like magneto powers to where all the fucking machines and everything metal like tries to come over, bum rush him and crush him. So he's and then the whole plot is basically there's like some like mobster gangster or whatever the fuck I can't remember what exactly he is.
Bad guy number
But
3.
he's basically like a mobster and he looks a lot like Ernest. And so somehow he gets Ernest put in jail and he gets out of it. Can't quite remember.
Also, I was wrong about the Halloween Goblin. Like for some reason, I thought they looked similar. They do have a similar look, but nah, they're completely different.
Speaking of similar looking ones that reused costumes, Night of the Gargoyles reused the costumes from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, I love
Really?
Killer Clowns.
Yeah.
God.
Killer
Yeah, it's
Clowns
either-
is just unsettling as fuck.
Yeah, it's either Night of the Gargoyles or Night of the Demons. One of them. They reused the things, only they painted them like in tones and different shit.
I can believe it's Night of the Demons.
Yeah, I can't remember which movie it is. It's been ages. But yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a fucking treasure. It is a fun ride to watch that thing. It, is,
Oh,
it does not take itself seriously at all. It's just a fucking fun, like
No.
horror movie.
The scene where the clown has the police chief like as a ventriloquist dummy was the scene that fucked me up the most in that movie. Like that was super unsettling.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that the Dean from Animal House?
Yes.
Think?
Yeah.
Come on, Dave. We just want to kill you. Whoa.
Here's a fun one since we're on scary movies. What is everybody's favorite unintentionally frightening movie from your childhood?
Ooh, I got
Like a-
one. Oh wait, unintentionally
it.
frightening.
Like
Wait.
it was not a scary movie, but it was terrifying to you.
Going back to Anastasia, I did not like Rasputin. I thought it was very scary.
That's fair. He did look pretty scary in that.
He was like scary, and I didn't like the song I know now is badass and shit. But like when I was a kid, I was just scared shitless of everything Rasputin did. I didn't like how gruesome his death was. He like fucking drowned, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I actually love Anastasia. It's a pretty good movie. I know
Yeah.
it's not based on it's not based on the real tale at all, pretty much. But it's just an enjoyable fucking animated movie.
I'd have to
Don't let
rewatch
the
it.
facts get in the way of a good story.
Right?
Fair.
That's it.
Yeah.
Disney's The Black Hole. Oh, you mean The Black Cauldron?
Black Cauldron was pretty terrifying.
I'd have to rewatch it. I keep
I think
seeing
another
clips.
one that's
Yeah.
got a lot of nightmare fuel like animation in it, but the whole story itself is pretty wholesome. Is We're Back, a dinosaur story?
Oh, fucking Professor
Yeah.
School Eyes, man.
I haven't seen
Dude,
that.
There is so much spooky imagery in that goddamn movie.
Oh.
Look up We're Back. Like you'll find some
Yeah.
scary ass images. Dude.
Have you ever seen the cut scene for it that like explains perfectly why he does it?
Yeah, they put that in the trailer and they cut it from the movie. So now you don't know why he's acting.
I grew up to the plot.
Damn.
I think my horrifying thing is it wasn't the whole movie itself, but it was literally just one portion. And it was early on, it would be in the Iron Giant itself.
Okay.
It's the scene where he's getting electrocuted at the very beginning and just screaming.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I can't. I'm just crying. I'm like, I can't watch this,
Dude, that shit with him in
Yeah.
the forest though, the Hogarth
Yeah.
walking through the forest, and it's just got the fucking outline and the little illumination, and the music in the background was like, doo-doo, and you're just like,
Yeah,
holy.
it's like I can't. I'm not prepared for this.
And
I'm like 4.
And the worst part is his mom said, "Don't leave the house."
Yeah, like, but my pick is also like my favorite movie of all time, and that's Labyrinth.
Oh,
That door
Labyrinth
Labyrinth
is great.
Jennifer Connelly was my first crush ever as a kid because I was just like, that girl's so pretty and she gets to go on magical adventures. I want to be her friend. And then I was like, later on, I realized I was in love with her, and I was like, oh, okay. But like, I've always loved puppetry. I love like Muppets, all that good stuff. I love all the weird stuff they do, and Dark Crystal, all that stuff. when they get to the scene, I can't remember their names. Also, the dancing guys who are
Yeah.
like voiced by Elmo and them, and they're like taking themselves apart. I would always get to that part, and I would have to like run and go get my mom. She would have to fast forward the movie past that, and then I would go back to watching the movie.
Now I remember one. I was thinking I couldn't find one because I actually used to watch horror movies since I was like 5. But now I remembered one scene that caught me off guard. It was like a live action, like Alice in Wonderland. There's one scene she's meeting like the Duchess or some shit, and she
This
has
is
to
the-
like carry a baby, and then just like she has to walk somewhere. I can't remember. I barely remember this. She has to carry a baby, and then all of a sudden she like opens the like shawl, and it turns out to be a pig, and you just hear this like ear piercing like shriek of a pig. She drops it, and the pig just scurries off into the forest. Like it was a jump scare. That's the only thing I could really think of
It's somebody
that
who's had
wasn't
to
just
swallow.
from a horror movie.
Wait, oh, was that from a horror? Was it Alice in
It
Wonderland
was an
or?
Alice in Wonderland movie. I want to say it was a live action version. I don't remember.
Do you think it was Return to Oz or?
No, I
No,
don't think
that
they
is
haven't returned on.
that is not in Return to Oz.
No.
Let me check.
As somebody who's had to actually slaughter pigs, like they make the worst rackets in the world. It is terrifying.
Oh, dude, same thing with rabbits.
Yep.
Even if you're just piercing their ears and they're freaking out about that shit,
I've
like they
never-
freak the fuck out, and it is awful.
I've never had to. Is it really that bad?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Like-
it's one of those like nails on a chalkboard kind of sounds where it sends a fucking chill up your spine every time.
it's pretty bad.
It's one of the worst ways to hear it is like you're sitting there in a tree stand, you're by yourself, and starting to get dark. It's that magic hour. You can see, but you can't see. So you're start ready to go, and you hear a rabbit getting killed by a hawk off to your left. It sounds like nothing you've ever heard in this life.
Isn't that like the puma? Puma yells and it sounds like a woman getting killed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause,
Mhm.
they sound like women hollering. Panthers do the same, but then again, panthers are just fucking mountain lions with extra melanin. There's always been like the urban legend that there are panthers in the South, and there actually are. They're Florida panthers, which are endangered, but you'll find black panthers all the way up to like North Carolina. They're very rare. It's hard to run into them. I've run into them twice, and to hear those things yell is one of the scariest damn things in my life.
Yeah, right there. That should be time stamped over in the FluffCast chat.
Let me see here.
And I will also post this.
All right, let's play the rabbit screaming. Trigger
me
warning
about
for
the
the fucking
rabbits, George.
screaming rabbit.
It's not as bad as the one that was being eaten by a snake. Have you heard that one?
Oh yeah.
And that's your
It's like
rabbit.
an ear piercing like scream. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, let's give that to the people.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Just
right
pass
there at
that
about
out.
28 seconds or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I played it.
not fun.
Not fun.
I've heard that. I've heard a dog get one and beat and basically shake one to death, and that was not fun.
Well,
Yeah,
we-
that's what I'm
So-
saying. Like, just, oof, certain
Oh.
noises like that hit you.
Yeah. It's like when I grew up on a farm, so I was used to slaughtering animals. And when I was
Mhm.
first taught how to kill a pig, like I never fucked up, so I could always get them in one shot. They didn't make a noise, didn't feel a thing, done. But I fucked up one time,
And that was it.
and that was it. And that was like, oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. Then I realized like I got to do it. I was like, yeah, I like eating pork, so I got to do it.
Do you
I just
love
gotta
your
go-
bacon funk?
You love your bacon, fuck, get in there, kill that goddamn pig.
I tell that freaking fox story like to a new person every week. I feel they love it. They eat it up.
There's so much shit that happens to me. I look back and I'm like, was that child abuse or did my granddad just love me too much? I don't know.
My friends aren't entirely unconvinced that I just don't go every Saturday night to talk to a couple of goblins in a tree stump that come up with magical stories. So,
Oh man, well, I know we're running a little over, but have I ever told you the youth conference story and how a friend of mine got banished to the Shadow Realm?
what?
No,
All right.
please elaborate.
Well,
Menthol knows the story. Menthol's gonna have to help me tell it because
Alright.
he plays a very pivotal part of the story.
all right. We're gonna
Oh,
have to
yeah.
we're gonna have to close out with this story. So, Sunlight will get you next week. But all right, let's hear the story.
Okay, so years and years ago, when I was this is early 2000s because early 2000s I was 15, 16 years old. I was also part of my church's youth group because when you grow up in small town Mississippi, that is the only thing to do. And it was fun. I was in there with my cousin, my brother. My brother had not started going with us yet, but it was like me. It was like my cousin. It was some of the older kids I didn't really like because they hated my dad because my dad kept getting them arrested because they would try to steal from my dad's gas station. Um, but we used to go to a thing called the Mississippi State Youth Conference that would happen in Jackson, Mississippi, at the Mississippi College campus every year, and it would always happen in January because I remember it would always be cold, and it was always like the week after Christmas, like where everybody was on Christmas break, so they could go. And basically, what we do is we'd load up, we'd leave on a Friday. We would have all these little things to do for all day Friday. We would go do all of them, and when we didn't have classes, they would just throw us out at the mall, the North Park Mall, which used to be a pretty nice mall until malls started dying. And they would throw us out in there, and we would just roam around there for 4 hours until it was time to go to the hotel and sleep. And we would do it on Saturday and go home Saturday night. Well, we got there, and they threw us out at the mall, and I'm walking around, and I'm just by myself, and they've got stores in this mall I've never seen in my life before. I'm like, oh my God, that's a Suncoast? What's a Suncoast? That's awesome. That's a Barnes and Noble. What the fuck is a Barnes and Noble? And like I was going in all these places, like, oh, these are amazing. There's so much stuff in these things. And this is also back like when GameStop was electronics boutique. So I was like, oh, they have an EB Games. I'm going in there. And then on the top floor, kind of stuffed off by itself over by the JCPenney, was an FYE. And I didn't know what an FYE was, but I walked up there and I saw it, and like it had DVDs, it had CDs, it had all kind of cool stuff. I was like, I'm going in here. I'm gonna check this out. Let's see what's up. And so I go inside and I'm looking around, and I see a glorious sign that I've seen nowhere else in my life that is toward the back. And this will age me very well. And anybody who else who was around alive at this time will be able to back this up. In the back of the store, they had an enormous sign that said Japanimation. Because
Oh,
this was
oh,
before everybody knew it was anime. They just called it Japanimation. And it was a big damn sign, and they had a huge rack just full of shit. And I was like, because I had just started watching like Dragon Ball Z on
Toonami.
Toonami, yes, Toonami, and like Rurouni Kenshin, all that stuff.
That was back when
And
Tenchi Muyo and Trigun ruled the fucking world.
exactly, you would stay up late on Saturday nights to watch Trigun, and just be miserable going to church the next morning. But like, we got in there, and I was like, I gotta check it out. I ran over there, and I'm looking, and to set this up, this is back before anybody knew shit about anime. Like they didn't know what the content was, because a lot of the DVD, or a lot of the not even DVDs yet. DVDs had just kind of come on the scene. Like the VHS they had, because they had VHS tapes of Dragon Ball, and
Oh
like
yeah, dude, I used to buy those at fucking Fred's and shit like that. They'd have them for cheap
yeah,
all the time. Because they was releasing fucking GT on VHS, dude.
they were releasing like Dragon Ball Z past like where Toonami had stopped, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get that. But we were looking around there, and I was looking, and they don't have anything sorted. Like it's all just thrown in there. It's alphabetized but not sorted. So there's no like, here's Studio Ghibli over here, here's Wicked City over here. It was all just mixed in. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, look at all this. And I'm kind of thinking, because because I'm 14, 15, I got like $40 in my pocket. And
You gonna spend you some fucking money.
I had me some fucking spending money. I was 14 years old. $40 when you're 14 years old. I might as well have been the goddamn Pope on a 3-day pass in Thailand.
And
But
that was in the 90s too, right?
this is
Early 2000s.
2002,
Oh, okay. Still pretty fucking
2003.
yeah,
far.
that's
Yeah. So I was flush with cash. And I'm looking, and like another guy walks up beside me. I look at, he's about my age, and he's looking around, and I said, hey, you like Japanimation too? And he looks at me, he said, man, this is so cool. He's like, I watch Dragon Ball Z every day. I said, man, I got to record it because I have football practice, but I watch that stuff every night I get home. And he's like, hey, and I cannot remember the guy's name. I know it started with an L, so I'm going to call him Logan just for simplicity's sake. And he's like, my name's Logan. I was like, my name's Funk. And we hit it off. We were looking through all this stuff. And Logan looks at me. He said, man, he's like, I'm not telling everybody this, but I just had my birthday, and I got like $120 I can spend on this, do whatever I want. And I was like, high rolling son of a bitch, aren't you? And he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna get, but I think I'm gonna get something wild. And so he's looking, and he pulls up a box set, like a DVD box set. So this, he might as well have had like a flying car from the future. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, he picked
For
it
a
up.
kid back then to pick up a box set, yeah, that was just like, holy shit, dude, look at you.
It's like, oh my God. Like, because this is back, like, I remember I had bought like one of the WrestleManias, like just the WrestleMania on VHS, and it was like $30.
Yeah.
But this dude had his box set, and he was looking, he's like, dude, I've never heard of this one. I was looking at it, and I was like, I think it's about ninjas. And this is where Menthol stopped me when I was telling him
Oh
the
no, I
story.
stopped you before you got to ninjas.
No, okay, that's
As
right. You
soon
did
as you
stop
said
me
he
before
picked
you
up
got
a
ninjas.
box set, I knew what it was.
I said box set. He knew what it was. I'm sorry, I didn't get the ninjas, but
So
this is
over
where
the
Menthol
Fluffcast
comes into the
chat,
story.
yeah, the second Funk told me this story the first time, and he gets to this kid picked up a box set and showed me. I said it was the La Blue Girl Returns box set, wasn't
And it was.
it? I knew it.
And
I knew it. This little horny motherfucker picked up a hentai box set. I knew it. I
Oh,
had the same box set.
they had it like mixed in with everything else. And he just picks it up. He's like, well, it looks like it's about ninjas. And I was like, ninjas are pretty cool, man. Because I, like, at this time, Cinemax was doing late night anime, like on Saturday night. And I'd seen Ninja Scroll, and it fucked me up because I was like, I'm a sucker for doom romances and movies. So anyway, I was like, dude, ninjas are pretty cool. I would get it. And he was like, I think I'm going to get it. I was like, man, Logan, I said, that's the coolest shit I think I've ever seen anybody buy is Japanimation related. He's like, man, it's going to be so cool. He said, what hotel y'all staying at? We're like, we're at the Ramada. He's like, we're at the Ramada too. He said, hey, why don't you guys come over and we'll watch it together? He's like, he's like, we brought a DVD player because we were going to watch movies. He's like, why don't y'all come over and we'll watch it? And I was like, hell yeah, we'll do that. And he gave me the hotel room number, and like he bought it and left. Like they didn't even card the dude. This kid looked like a 15-year-old. Like I looked like a 22-year-old college student because I was a beast and had a beard. But then he's over here and just like buys us and walks out, and they're just like, the kid's gonna go learn himself about some ninjas. And we got done there, and I got done. I ended up not buying anything. I think what I bought I think I bought a player's guide for Final Fantasy X. And we left, got on a bus, went back, got to the hotel, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna say room 302. Room 302. I go over there, knock on the door, guy answers the door. I said, hey, I said, my name's Funk. I'm here to meet Logan. We're supposed to watch movies together. And the guy said, oh, well, Logan had to go home. I was like, oh, is he okay? Is he sick? And he's like, well, Logan bought, unbeknownst to everybody, he bought a pornographic movie and tried to watch it with everybody. And we didn't know it was a pornographic movie. And apparently it was about ninjas and sex and demon sex.
Santa, you uncultured fucking heck.
It's like, I was like, because the guy's like describing it to me, and he's like not looking at me in the face. Because me, I look at it, it's like, well, I mean, which hentai was it? Was it NTR? Was it vanilla? Was it this?
The hooch. Don't tell me it was the hooch.
Don't tell me it was Doge. Don't tell me it's fucking. Was it Shindo L or was it Hooch? Which one was it? Let me know, because there's a difference. There's a very strong difference there. But he's like, well, his parents had to come get him, and basically, he won't be back. And I felt so bad for my friend. It wasn't until years later when I learned what the fuck La Blue Girl was that I realized like that guy bought a porno or a hentai box set on a fucking church trip and showed it to his youth group, not knowing what it was. And then his parents, because he was from South Haven. Now we're in Jackson, Mississippi, which is in the middle of the state. It's a 2-hour drive from my hometown. It is a 4-hour drive from South Haven. So
yeah, his parents are fucking
his parents
pissed.
were pissed. I was like, so every time I tell this story, I got to stop and I say, R.I.P. my man Logan, wherever you are in that ditch on the side of the road they buried you in.
Fucking know it, dude. They threw his ass out over an overpass, man. He is dead as disco.
Logan didn't
threw
make
him
it
out.
home that day.
He wasn't recognizable because of all the road rash. So the sheriff, the county sheriff, just buried him on the side of the road. They got a little cross up there. I'm like, you know what? I hope somewhere out there you're watching ninja chicks get fucked in heaven, my man.
Because remember, this was the same time and culture that was burning fucking Pokemon cards because they're of the devil.
Mhm.
So like, what the fuck are they gonna do with the blue girl, man? Have you seen
Ow.
that shit?
I have
was
not.
not allowed to bring my copy of
No.
Pokemon Red on the church trip.
What?
Yeah, Virgil's got it right. Let's get Bible Blackwell on this church trip. Let's
That's
fucking
it.
roll.
Let's get Wicked City going. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on a second. We're gonna go over there and kick this guy's ass. First, I'm gonna bust a nut in his bitch. Yeah, like fucking anime like in the early 2000s was wild. It was either Tenchi Muyo or just hardcore rape scenes.
Yep.
But,
Or
There
gore.
was no in between. You
gore.
get like
gore.
the Guyver or Tenchimuyo. You get
mhm.
Trigun or you get Wicked City.
Or you what was it? Demons? Is it Demon City Shinjuku? That's the one that's
Yeah,
literally
Demon
like called.
City Shinjuku.
Yeah, it's like literally just rape the anime.
No,
Akira.
that's Wicked City.
Wicked City was bad. Demon City was about like the young girl, like all the demons are after her. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I haven't watched that one. I just remember
Wicked
hearing
City
about
is
it.
the one where they're all after the old man.
They're after the old man, and like there's the dude with the bowl cut, and you're like, how is this dude picking up bitches with a fucking bowl cut? That don't work.
Hey man, he's
I
picking
get-
up spider bitches in the opening, man. You saw that chick.
I remember that, and then like the Harley
I
Davidson
mean,
chick
I'm
later
down
on.
for spider bitches. I don't know about y'all.
I mean, I'm here for look. Hey, girl, what does spinnerets do?
Right? What that my
Like-
15 tubular do?
Go ask that Harley Davidson girl. Hey, girl, what did tailpipe do? Because I always thought that was fucked up when the little midget shows up like riding the girl with handlebars and like she's shooting lasers out of her mouth, and I'm just like, I'm sitting there going like, 15-year-old Funk does not know how to process what I'm feeling right now.
Mhm.
Hopefully 34-year-old Funk will know how, and I'll tell you this right now, I don't.
No, there was some wild ass shit back then, man. I mean, there's still wild shit coming out nowadays. It's just a lot of it's very samey. They tend to follow a lot of trends more now.
Yeah,
The
Pretty
moment
much,
something
like-
is popular, it gets fucking remade and ripped off so fucking easy because
what
Japan
I'm
doesn't really
saying,
have
like-
like
Okay.
standards for copyright.
There's
No,
still
it's
2 or 3
lenient
good
as all
isekais.
hell.
Yeah, there's
Here's
still 2 or 3
something-
good isekai series, and then there's 50.
Here's something kind of funny. Looking at okay, I just looked at the stream and saw the Blue Girl DVD cover there. Okay, you see all the shit that's on this cover? That was covered up with black plastics. When he picked that up, you didn't see none of that shit. You just saw the Blue Girl Returns, the collection. You saw kind of evil bitch in the background.
No, see, that was the way that I saw it in the Hastings display case back in the day, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what this is. Gimme.
It still trips me up to this day, like how fucking fast you called what it was. Like, I didn't believe I'd stop, sit down a minute.
Yeah,
had to take a
because I
lap.
was inside that kid's head all of a sudden. I was just like, all right, I'm, about 12, 13 years old. Japanimation's still a thing. I got $100 in my pocket. What am I buying? Hentai, of course.
Ninjas.
It's the
That was
natural assumption.
That's what you got to go with. It's like, well, we got it, we're good. Call it a day. Like God Almighty, like that was. Every time I think about that, like I miss going on those trips. Like you get that really hardcore nostalgia going on.
Mm-hmm.
And like I miss going up there until like I went to the North Park Mall about 4 or 5 years. Well, no, actually I've had R2 for 10 years. R2 is what I call my car. I drive a 2006 Scion XB because it's the only car a 6'5" giant can fit in. And I went up there to go look at a dealership because they had one for sale. And I was like, I'm like a mile down the road from the North Park Mall. I want to check it. And I got in there, and then like the only thing still in it is like a JC Penney and a Chick-fil-A. And I was like, that's sad.
Oh,
And like even the EB Games, like I went up to the EB Games like it used to be there. Now it's a GameStop, so now it's all soulless and corporate. And I had that the scene. The best way I can think to describe it, that scene in Toy Story where Woody's watching like everything get turned into Buzz Lightyear shit.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had that
Yeah.
moment play through my head, and I was just sitting there like,
Oh, I can tell you the literal version of that, dude.
What's
Were you
that?
there when KB Toys died?
dude, That hurt.
Ooh, buddy, you talk about some fucking pain.
that hurt because we used to make there was only one KB Toys like in the state, far as I knew.
But
And
it was
in
the best
Meridian.
toy store.
It was like, dude, I remember like the tightest toy I ever got from KB Toys. They had Predator action figures. And this is back like when they just did not make that shit. And I had one, played with them forever. And I also remember That
Yeah,
was
they would
the
get shit like Toys R Us didn't have.
oh yeah, that was a. They also had because I remember I used to read Toy Fair magazine a lot back in the day because I used to collect toys for the most part,
I used to read
and
that too. I loved the fucking comics.
they're so good. Twisted Mego Theater was so great, and I was reading in there that they had this thing where Austin Powers 2 had just come out. I think it was 2, might have been 3, and they had a deal where no, it was 2. McFarlane made Austin Powers action figures, and they made one for Fat Bastard, and they printed a bunch of them out as Fat Bastard, and people complained. And so they basically reprinted them all with just said Fat B. And they had the Fat Bastard toys. And I remember that because I got my ass whooped because I was like, Mom, I was like, what's a Fat Bastard? And she just, and I was, no, I said, Mama, look, they got Fat Bastard toys. And I just remember my mom beating the shit out of me. My mom had to get to me early when I was still small. And I was just like, yeah. So she put the
I
fear of
did
God
like
in me
how
with that.
KB used to put up like a bunch of figurines and like to showcase.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they used to have like all the fucking Spawn figurines that looked badass back at the fucking time. The Alien figurines, a few other fucking things.
I do remember when Sin City came out, the movie, the first one.
Mhm.
There were two different versions of Marv for it. You had like the normal, this is Mickey Rourke movie version, you know, the one everyone wants. And then you have Todd McFarlane's version, which is basically just Captain Steroids, and you're like, holy shit! Just like if you look at it, it's like, my God! Like, and the funny thing was, the Captain Steroids one was just like all gone. Everyone bought that one because they're like, look at this fucking thing.
Yup.
Look at this man. His name is Bulk Squat Thrust. He is the strongest ever.
Oh, I think I got it picked.
He would never be beat. I still have my my McFarlane Toys Vash the Stampede action figure around here. I don't have any accessories with it because I bought it when I think I was like 13, 14, like way before Trigun came over here.
I actually
And
have one. Oh, good.
I played with. I was like, and I played with it. And he's dope as fuck. I love him. I still have him, but I don't have his gun or his sunglasses anymore.
As I say, I have one from that exact same line, Funk.
Do you have the Ryuko?
Nope.
Which one you got?
I've got Kaneda.
Oh, sweet. Okay, those are really cool. Because yeah, it was him.
I
It
still
was
got him in the package too. Aha.
what it Tetsuo, Kaneda, Ryoko, and Vash, right?
Vash, and then the motorcycle. Yeah.
I remember the motorcycle was like stupid rare.
Mm-hmm. Still goes for quite a bit online.
I fully believe it.
I got a. Do you think we got time for my story? Because that reminded me of a bit from my. It's the one thing I got.
You're
No,
in
no,
charge.
fuck that
Actually,
shit.
yeah.
Hold
Bring it on.
All right,
Nathan, you're
so
in
when I
charge.
was
You could keep it on as
when
long
I-
as you want.
when I was 5 years old, I was a Boy Scout, or I guess they would call it Cub Scout. And every year we went to
Ooh.
this. Yeah, every year we went to this one camp. I think I told the story to Patrick, and we went to this one camp. It was around this big lake in central or southern New Jersey, and they needed all the dads they could, just to wrangle all the kids. So my father comes along on the trip, and my father, bless his heart, 40-year-old man, 4-year-old child behind the eyes, he thinks and acts just like a kid. So we get off the cars, walking off to the campsite. He takes one look around the campsite, one look over the lake, turns around to the whole group of kids and adults, and he declares to everyone, "Hey, this is where they filmed Friday the 13th." And all the
Oh,
kids
no.
start screaming and yelling.
fucking
And the
nice.
parents are like, no, Mr. Andy is just joking. Mr. Andy's say you're joking, Dwayne. Mr. Andy's just joking. And my father, he's like, ooh, I fucked up. No, kids, no, I was just joking. I was just kidding. It's fine. It's not where Jason was. Because we all knew what Friday the 13th was. We all knew what Jason was. We were 5 years old. No, Jason was a Hallmark. And as the
Oh, yeah,
years,
like
and it was scary as shit. It would get dark. You'd have to fucking shit in the woods. It was terrifying.
I imagine so.
Shit in the woods is a terrifying experience anyway, because you're like at your most vulnerable. You're just like, please hurry, please.
Apparently, I didn't go the one year that a bear brutally murdered a deer in the between the cabins. I didn't
my
go that year,
God.
so years go on, and this memory crops back up in my head where my father declares that it was the fucking Friday the 13th camp we went to. So I do some research, and apparently, no, that was not the case. It was not the Friday the 13th camp. So 15-year-old Andy was like, okay, it wasn't that. Fast forward another 7 or 6 years where I'm watching the Angry Video Game Nerd, who's also a New Jersey native. And he's a big movie guy, big Friday the 13th guy. He was talking about Friday the 13th in a video I was watching. And he goes, Friday the 13th was actually filmed here in New Jersey. What? Yeah, it was filmed here in New Jersey at a place called Camp Nobi Bosco. What? It used to be a Boy Scout camp, but was recently converted into a Christian retreat. And I'm going, what the fuck? Those maniacs, that was a good idea to turn a fucking Camp Crystal Lake into a Boy Scout camp. I mean, I get it, reuse the facilities and all, but holy shit. And then I go to rewatch Friday the 13th and see the clips, and I'm like, yeah, I stayed at that cabin. That teenager just fucking died. Yeah, I was there. I slept in that bunk. Fuck me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I can't remember. It's like somewhere up in like Central Jersey, Southern.
Yeah,
it's a few hours from here.
It's in the mythical Central Jersey that doesn't exist.
It doesn't fucking exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's just New Jersey and South New York. That's all that exists at this point.
Yep. Oh, hey, fuck off. I'm from South New York.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I
That
think
New Jersey pussy got me screaming at traffic.
Goddamn, dude.
All right. Well, just fuck off. All right. I think that's a good place for us to close out here. Anything else? Patrick, thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for staying so late.
Oh, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk with you guys.
Of course, of
Fun,
course.
fun.
Now, if anybody does want to hang out with the boys, or I guess with just me, afterwards the show, you're free to hang out and FluffCasting Couch afterwards. But gentlemen, anything you want to close us out with tonight? All right.
I mean,
Not really.
Yeah,
Remember,
no, I
kids?
got nothing.
at some point, some of you might have kids. It's a long shot because we're talking about retarded cartoon horses, but it might happen. So, kind of figure out what your kids are into. Otherwise, you're going to end up like poor Logan and dead on the side of the interstate. Because I hate to see more kids dead on the side of the interstate.
Yeah,
'cause,
all right.
They
Yeah.
bought hentai on a church trip.
Don't be afraid to play with toys.
Can I get an F in
That's
chat for my man Logan?
F and chat for Logan all around, please. Just enough
F.
for him. F
All
for
right.
Logan. Remember, it is okay to pull out. Condoms save lives.
All right. You guys have a nice night now. Take care.
You too,
Take
sir.
it easy.
You have a good night.